minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, everybody, again. It's me, your host of the Cheap Seats, up here in the bleachers, hanging out here at Bucs Report. How is everybody doing tonight? It is Sunday. We have mini camps. We have a schedule. We also got playoffs. Tampa Bay Lightning currently playing right now. I don't know what the score is, but we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll update you on the Lightning score because I know this is a Lightning-based fan base and possibly a Panthers fan base. It's kind of weird, isn't it? It's very weird. Florida and Tampa, they're both in the same place. I believe one plays in Miami. I know the other one plays in Miami. So obviously, Buccaneer fans probably don't appreciate these Panthers being in their division, chasing for the cup. Needless to say, though, we are here to first off talk about, get that out of here, talk about the schedule while we're up here. The nice, hot, sunny day. I'm not exactly sure what the weather is in Tampa. It is really hot here in Canada, though. I went outside for 5 minutes, got a little tan. It was awesome. Now I have a headache, and I am here in the shade, here to talk with my Miscreants, and here to talk Buccaneer football and Buccaneer news. So let's slowly wrangle them in here and bring in Mr. Johnny Dean from What's Happening in Sports and Mr. Matt Colson from His living room. How are we all doing this evening?
Okay, could you put me back in the lobby?
Yes, I can.
He quit right on the scene. He just quit.
It's like, you know what? I've totally forgot he was Canadian. I'm not having it. How are we doing tonight, Mr. Matt Colson?
I'm doing good. I want to talk to you about some programming issues.
Programming issues?
Yes. You have to change the name of the show because there are no cheap seats anymore.
And if you were on What's Cooking in the South yesterday, you know that Mr. Rick Hughes had a little rant about it. He said, "Who cares?"
He said, "You can't afford it.
You Canadians and your government can't afford nothing," which is not that far from the truth. But here we are anyway. So how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I got coffee. I got Milky Way. I got you. I got cat not crawling all over me, making all kinds of weird noises. That's temporary. He'll come back.
Listen, you could take a few of those things that you just said and change the wording or the vocab of what they actually are and make that one of the greatest descriptions of me of all time. And I would definitely appreciate that. So yeah, here we are tonight up on the cheap seats. See if I can get this right back here. Boom. Man,
there it is.
Seats. But they're not cheap, as Matt said. Yep, they're not cheap no more. They are pretty expensive, but it comes with the territory. We've all said that. We talked about that on Rick's show, and I'm
Yes,
pretty
we
sure
did.
at some point it will get brought up again here because people will, complain about it on Rick's show and then think they can come on my show and be like, I don't want to complain about it again. Well, you can technically, because this is an open platform. You're allowed to say and do whatever the heck you want. You're within the rules. You guys know the rules about swearing. You don't swear. You miss. If you do it accidentally one time, we understand. That's why we give you one warning. You do it twice, though. You
Gotta go, huh?
gotta go. We gotta keep it PG. They want me to work for the big D word. You know exactly what I mean too, okay? don't the big mouse. There we go, as you all like to call it.
The Disney.
The Disney. I don't even know if we can call it that because they're technically our mouses. So yeah. We're here to talk about the schedule is basically dropped. We know who we're playing and when we're playing. This is also the reason why I brought this back, because as Johnny liked to tell me on Rick's show, this is not a cowboy hat. This is a safari hat. Well, this is great observation. But when you listen, when you do this is what protects you, and you're sitting in the sun enjoying the Tampa Bay weather. And then in week 1, we get the Cowboys. So you sit there and you go, hey, riding on a tractor. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. We're trolling the Cowboys week 1.
I think we're going to roast them pretty much and send them home packing.
I would hope so. I know me and
we got serious problems.
no. But before we get too deep into that, we're going to bring in Mr. Super Straight, Mr. Steven Glasker. How we doing today, buddy?
Hey, what's happening? How y'all doing?
Not too bad. We can hear you.
Awesome. Hey, I heard what you said, Andrew, about no swearing. Is that right?
Wait, hey, you know the rules. We got to keep it good for Bucs support. This isn't North Sports Dynasty where I drop F words every 3 words. But, yeah, we got to keep it PG. You're allowed to, like, if you cuss once and you do it accidentally, then, we give you a pass and stuff like that. But if you do it twice, it's like, hey.
Oh, bloody hell, man. Come on.
Oh, what the fudge, right? See, it goes back to early comedian days, though. It just makes you have to think of the other words. Like, if somebody comes in here and starts putting me on a rant, I'm just going to be like, my kids are going to kick your fudging buttsicles, and you just irritate the flibbergasters out of me, and I hate it.
That's funny.
I enjoyed that very much. Thank you.
No problem. Listen, I got kids.
No, I heard.
And they
about the stuff. You got to be careful with the kids. So, got to be careful.
Oh yeah, of course. But I will admit that if my daughter starts dropping F-bombs in the schoolyard for other kids that are like, oh, what does that mean? I totally own up to it. It's my fault, and I do apologize deep down and stuff like that.
The truth is, the kids know that
How old
language.
is your daughter?
My daughter is 3.5.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, no, she's
dropping
gonna start.
F-bomb. That would be epic.
I mean, it would, but as proud as I would be deep down, I would be a little like, ugh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring Johnny back in here.
Is he gonna come back?
I think he's all good. If not, he can stay muted, but we'll get him ready and stuff like that. He'll come unmuted when he's ready and stuff like that.
He's busy doing stuff behind the scenes.
I know, and we do appreciate him for that.
Yeah, I heard also that you have to change the name of the show. Is Matt still whining about the price of the damn seat? Oh, I'm sorry.
I am.
No, I don't think anybody's necessarily complaining. I think it's more just pointing out the obvious and just being like, oh, forgot about that. We're gonna have to do that, and we're gonna have to pay for that.
For the audience members who are having a hard time with this, let me help you out. Tom Brady's on your team. It's gonna cost money to go. It's gonna cost money to go watch him play. It's just how it is.
It was going to cost me money to see them play last year anyway as well. I mean, COVID or not. I mean, fly down to see the Bucs. Here's the thing. Well, I'll look at it from a Canadian perspective. as a diehard fan, the one game that I wanted to be home and attend and be there and make sure the other fan base got their butts kicked out of that stadium was the Giants. Like I did not like ever watching Giants home games in our stadium. It really irked me. And the only really, I would have paid a lot of money to go down and see the Giants. I really would have. I would have made fun of them. I would have literally my one thing I would have done, just because I'm a jerk if I have to be at certain games, and my first ever Buccaneers game I definitely would have been. I would have trolled them with Boston accents. I would have been like, "Yeah, Giant fans, you're getting your butts whooped by Brady." They'd be like, "That's not even our accent, dude." I'd be like, "Yeah, get your butts out of here. We don't even want you." They'd be so irritated. They would like for like 5 minutes they'd be like, "It's dumb Canadian," but then I keep going and they'd be like, "This dumb Canadian." Speaking of dumb Canadians, no, I'm kidding. That was a good transition. I was like, hey, listen, there's more than one Canadian in this lobby here, so I could have thrown that at any one of them, but I didn't. Nobody's dumb here. We're all my friends, I hope. And insults are welcomed at me. Listen, I deal with it on a daily basis, though. But anyways, Mr. BOFA, but what does that stand for?
I can't say what it means.
Then why would you? Oh my God!
It's a little teaser.
What?
It's literally like, Mike. This is literally like me wearing a dress and walking into the Halloween party, and people being like, "Hey, Faubert, you dressed up as a girl," and they'd be like, "Nope." You understand what you've done right now? There's this tiny little elephant, and he is in the room.
Let your imagination flow.
Ooh. Listen, I have a very vivid imagination. If we start letting that thing flow on a live camera,
let it roll
with a live fan base and stuff like that, I have ambitions. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so today we're talking about the schedule, but I need Johnny Dean first before I can really pull out this red carpet, because we are going to talk Bucs schedule, but I do have a surprise. I should have said, I didn't want to tease it for too long, but I can't like keep the surprise up for too long. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, a new fan to Bucs Report. This person has been dealing with depression, anxiety, loneliness, no playoff wins for almost as long as the Buccaneers were for a little bit, until we actually made a good decision.
It's not Rick then.
No. Our fan base, listen. Our team made a decision. His team has also made a decision and stuff like that, and he'll eventually come around. No, it is not Trudeau, and we're never having him on this damn show. Thank you, though.
He's the greatest.
Yeah. Anyways, without further ado, the biggest Lions fan of all time, my co-host, here to join us tonight and bless us with his knowledge of the Bucs as well, and just football in general, and to talk and be one of the miscreants, and he's going to earn his badge and his trust from you guys, Mr. Alex Loosemore. How are we doing, brother?
Good, excited. Thanks for having me on. Glad to get to start working with everybody and just talk football.
Yes, sir. Everybody, this is my co-host. So we have, for the first time ever, we have more Canadians than we do Americans. We've taken over. I would like to proudly. I need
see
a
what
flag.
happens when you put them in charge. You see what happens.
Wow.
Okay. To equal it out, so I don't get fired too quickly for having way too many issues with immigrants on the state. No, I'm just kidding. We're not immigrants. Mr. Johnny Dean, how are we doing, my friend?
It's Tom Cruise.
What's up, brother?
Hey. Okay, quickly, Johnny. Am I Goose or are you Goose?
I'll be Goose, man.
Yeah. So that works because my son is named Maverick, so this is perfect.
Oh, so he's going to have to crack his neck on TV?
Oh yeah.
We shoot him right on the top?
Oh,
Wow.
oh, we
was
talking
dark.
Oklahoma goose? I was gonna say I got my sunglasses.
You know what?
Go ahead,
Speaking of
Steven.
that, Andrew, I heard you say something about Texans. Yeehaw! Do you think we all do that? Do you think we just walk around all day? I got a tractor.
No. Listen.
Maybe they do
I
that in
know.
Oklahoma.
I
Yeah,
know.
you know.
I know every state and everybody like that has their own the stereotype, right? Like I don't obviously live in an igloo, though my house did just melt. It is springtime. I am homeless, and if anybody has any money that they can send me, like me and Alex,
You're not
like
homeless. You got a car.
I got a car, yeah, but at least Alex here like decided to get it with a commune of people, and their igloo is actually made out of steel. Lucky buggers.
Hey, Alex, what's up, buddy?
Not too much, man. How about you?
Great to have a good, intelligent Canadian on here.
Oh,
Which one?
oh, okay.
There we go.
We're gonna go there tonight. Okay.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
We're having scraps. That's it.
Hey,
Okay.
Alex,
Yo, what's up?
have you ever had brisket?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I have not.
Boom. One strike.
One strike.
Just good.
Hey, that was a
Get
tip.
to it.
That's a,
See?
that's a,
Hold on. I see, Alex. This is where I wish I had the Xerxes picture on this show, where I could be like, "I am a gracious God." You do get one.
that was a foul tip.
That's a foul tip. Yes, but remember,
Hey,
next one you are out.
Hey,
Especially with the Fs.
Swear jar for Mike there.
Holy cow.
Listen, the fiance threw at me one time that we should have one of those here. And I was
Oh
like,
my
listen,
God.
we may as well just toss $200 in there every month and just cover ourselves.
Look, you done chased Alex out.
Yeah, he had to go.
Yeah, where
I didn't mean to do that.
See, it
I'm
even
sorry.
says Alex Loosemore Lions fan. So like, see, this happens though. This happens. He does. We do joke about this on the show. His computer has to have like one little leg out per time. It just happens.
Can we go back to the videotape? I didn't quite get the word out. I'm kind of like under review. Can you review it? I didn't quite.
You got it out, friend. I
mean-
heard all 4 letters.
I ain't got the whole word.
Yeah,
Listen.
you got it all out, buddy.
Did I?
Listen. If you really want, I'll give it to New York there, which is just going to be Rick, and Rick is just going to clip it, and yeah.
I'm
Then,
just,
then you're screwed. Mr. Loosemore, you are back.
Yeah, I don't know. It said my camera was unplugged. I didn't touch anything, so.
Guys,
Alex.
see again, this is what happens in Canada when things start melting in the springtime. Our internet and our phones start going all wonky.
Your windmills don't work. All that green energy.
Oh, you think we have green energy in Alberta?
Well, maybe. We got it in Oklahoma. I guess
No.
that's on you.
No, Alberta is our Texas, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Red Deer and South. Like Calgary is
It's
all
not
that.
friggin' Vancouver.
No. Vancouver is our California, which is quite funny because Toronto does way better job.
Manitoba.
Matt,
Oh.
do you really got to throw me into that one, man? Come on. I know. So getting right back on to the actual conversations at hand here today, because we do have Buccaneer fans and stuff like that, but we did want to bring Loosemore. Oh my God, that sun hurts my eyes. I'm gonna get this hat off there. I get some real. Oh, there go the cords. I knew that was. Gonna
Oh
happen.
my God, this.
Falling apart here.
I can't hear
How
a
is
damn
this
thing.
guy qualified?
Anybody swore
How did
you
the
got away
cat-
with one, but not anymore.
My Lord.
What?
This-
Sorry. What did I do?
Oh man.
The other one
Okay.
hurts.
Hey, Al,
Okay, I have way too much hair.
I just want to ask
Yes,
Alex
Steven.
one real quick question before we get started. Alex, is it
Of
true
course.
you're a Detroit Lions fan? Is that true?
Yes. Very true.
Do you like it? So if you like it when women beat you too, and you're into that kind of thing too. Sounds like
What's that?
You like it when women beat on you too? Because it sounds like you're in the punish.
No, being the Lions fan is enough.
Listen.
As
when
if Bucs fans don't know this.
yeah. See, this is the reason that he decided to come, not necessarily join us. He's not going to be a Bucs fan. I've tried that. He's like, yeah, it's not going to happen, brother. I'm sorry.
Why not, man? The Chiefs are joining us now. We got number 20 for the Chiefs over here.
We got Patriot fans and we got Chief fans. No, he's a Lions fan all the way through.
Oh yeah, I'm way too invested to leave now.
Yeah.
Wow. Invested
Like
in
we
what?
found. What's that?
the pain and the suffering.
What?
Think about
What is
that's
it?
the thing. Think about this, Steven. When me and him worked together, it was like I'm a Bucs fan. He's like I'm a Lions fan. I'm like, you know what? We can be friends.
This
We
was
can be
before
friends.
you guys got Brady and started to win shit.
This was Oh, one for you.
Whoa.
One for you.
We're
The
not
two Canadians are going down.
This is our show, Alex.
Oh, boy, Alex.
No, the Bucs won a Super Bowl before Brady showed up.
Yes.
No,
yes.
true. But obviously, we do know what the 18, 19 years after that were like. It was a little dreadful. We did have
it's
some
been
good.
way longer than that for the Lions. It's been way longer
Well,
than that for the Lions.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
the last time we won a championship was like the 50s. So
Yeah. So I
Pushing-
didn't want to hammer like the point home in any conversation with me and him where he's just like, yeah, well, at least we got Megatron and we had Barry Sanders. And
okay, bringing that up.
Okay.
When you tried to tell me that Mike Evans was better than Calvin Johnson, no.
I knew that was coming up. I knew you were going to throw that on a Buccaneers show, you bugger.
And
Okay,
I am a
okay, how
huge
about
Mike
this?
Evans fan. I
How
will
many-
say that.
How
But
many Super Bowl rings does that Megatron guy have?
Super Bowls are a team stat.
Oh,
Super
okay.
Bowls are
How
a team
many
stat.
playoff victories or championships do the Lions have since?
How many 1,000 yard seasons?
For Calvin Johnson? That I
Yeah.
don't know off the top of my head. I will look it up here.
Okay,
Was
you
it
need to
7
do that,
straight?
Alex. You don't come in here talking that crap. We were part of the division at one time. We used to whoop on you. We whooped on you so ugly. You took a point. We gave you Wayne Fonts.
Alex,
We gave you the Spanish man who brought you Barry Sanders from the great land of Oklahoma.
Moosemore's going to go to work and beat up Andrew for bringing him into this.
Oh, no, I love this. I love this. I love being able to go back and forth.
Alex,
Yeah.
Alex, I'm going to tell you the truth
What's up?
about Andrew. 'Cause this is how it works in America, and Andrew kind of thinks like we do a little bit. So I'm going to tell you what happened. When he met you, and he said he was a Bucs fan, and you said you were a Lions fan, in his mind he went, this guy's an even bigger loser than I am. That's what happened, bro. It's kind of like when the hot girl has an ugly friend because it makes her look hotter. That's kind of
Yeah.
What do you mean? It is funny because it's funny because the group that we did have at work, like in our work fantasy league and stuff like that, there was a Falcons fan in there.
Yeah.
Raider fan was in there too. He just loved me. And then our
Ravens,
boss,
Colts.
yeah, boss was a Colts fan. Broncos were in there. It was an interesting
Yeah.
bunch for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got along. Of course, we were dealing with the harsh times. And now we're dealing with.
Alex. Once again, Alex.
That must have been before you refined your brand.
Andrew's the hot chick. Just remember in your relationship, Andrew's the hot chick. You're his ugly friend. That's all I want.
I understand.
Dear God.
I can't believe that Steven's super straight glass could just call Andrew the hot chick.
You guys have obviously never worked with us then. Alex is the one. Hey.
Just eat your brownie.
Eat your brownie.
So to bring up that Calvin Johnson thing, the 1,000-yard seasons,
I need
7
one.
of his 9 seasons.
7 of his 9 seasons.
Yeah, and there was like a 953 and then like a 6 something.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mike Evans has not had 1,000
so
yards.
7 of
forever.
7 seasons. That sounds better, doesn't it?
He had a 984 and a 756.
And look at the quarterback that he had to work with compared to what you had up there in Detroit.
But he got 1,000 yards with 20 receivers on the field. Come on.
I told you, man, it's not good. Though the one thing, and we all as Buccaneer fans know this. The Barry Sanders highlight reel is half
Oh, God.
Buccaneers.
Yes,
and we
yes.
all know that.
That's all Barry Sanders running over Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anytime, and I've even looked up the stats too. And I'll have to open up my book and try to find exactly where that stat was. And it was hard to actually. It was a day's worth of looking into it. A lot of people throw that stat like Barry Sanders also has the most, lost rushing yards of all time too. Okay, hey, no, that's cool.
I mean, yeah.
There is a couple of teams that like he is very low, like he didn't have that great of rushing yards, and that did hinder. The best team he did, and it's not even close, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like he had so much fun.
And he broke so many ankles back then.
So many.
Oh, yeah.
And like no wonder Mike Allstat was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and see what I'm gonna do something and see what
Barry
I can
Sanders
get something.
disrespected us so badly he'd lose a cleat and run 70 yards in the
Yes.
Read Teresa Baxter's last comment, dude.
The last one there?
Yeah.
Gonna have to rename the show the stupid the stupid stuff Bucs say. This is very true. Actually, we are gonna bring those segments back. I'm actually getting a bunch of content ready for that. Obviously,
Season's
I just wanted
coming
to.
up. Pretty soon we're gonna have a bunch of real weirdos out there. It's been dry for a month.
Well, we got a bunch of weirdos here.
Yeah, you got 3 Canadians, 2 of which are in one province. One guy's in another province, and by province, that it's a state. If you want to get technical, So there's that, and then you guys are all in like how many other different provinces? So
well, Steven's in Texas, and I'm
Let's
in
don't go into
Oklahoma.
provincial governments tonight, man.
Well, speaking of governments
How many people
football
are
and
in
football.
the Eastern time zone?
Oh,
Anybody? I don't think we are.
Eastern time zone right here.
Johnny,
that's
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
we're in
Yeah,
the
I guess
mountain
you do
time
get that.
zone.
I'm Central.
Yeah, I was looking at Steven's picture when he was live a minute ago and going, it's still daylight there? What are you talking about, man?
So sunshine outside.
Not
Yeah,
here.
we still got some.
Driving. I'm driving. But yes, I'm driving.
Hey, did you repossess the car from Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew literally
he stole
has no
my
home now.
car. He stole my car. I just stole it back. That's all.
Listen, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, that's my car. Can I have it back? I literally have nowhere to live after I'm done this show, dude. Like Alex ain't going to let me live there. I'm a Bucs fan. He's going to do
You got
everything.
a lot of walking to do.
Yeah. No. Yeah. 45-minute drive is not that, or it's pretty far when you got to walk. So
Yeah. You might make it on time if you leave now.
speaking of walking, we had some walkthroughs here at minicamp here, ladies and gentlemen.
And speaking of walking,
Nice.
Minicamps, minicamps going. Trask looks like trash. No. Future picks, good. Dodden, great. Trash, no. No, I'm literally just trolling, guys. We had mini camps going. Joshua Cole Allen, guys, go check out his social media platforms. He's got some great content that he's putting out. He was there checking out some of the mini camps that were going on. He's got the videos. Bucs Report has also got the videos, so you can check it out there as well. Some good videos and some, some iffy stuff out there. Obviously, everybody thinks Kyle Trash is trash. No, he's Kyle Trask. The guy is a second-round pick. He got one good year in the SEC to develop, and now he's going to have to come into a minicamp, which, hey, first of all, can we be happy that the Buccaneers are doing what this coaching staff actually wanted to do, and that's bring in a lot of different players to compete for these open roster spots? We did not think this would actually happen.
Who?
I'm not saying
Anthony Hamilton.
Yep, Anthony Hamilton.
Straight out of the Chiefs, man.
Yep, and
There's your vet.
Not only that, that's getting a read on the Chiefs playbook a little bit, and people go, "Oh, Andrew," and that's this, that, and everything else. It's actually something.
It happens.
Yeah.
Look what Winston did to us last year with the Saints.
Yep.
Look what we did to the Raiders in 2002.
Yeah, exactly.
They never changed the play. They didn't even change an audible.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
And
that's completely crazy right there. But
that was stupid.
Yeah, especially when you're going up against them in the Super Bowl. You got the 2 weeks there. You think you'd change up a little bit at least, like.
And you do have you have weird Zoom calls and all this kind of stuff, and information is very scarce to be available this offseason, especially to players and stuff like that. So getting some of those vets in there that kind of already know and who are laughing now because they're like, all right, I'm on the Super Bowl side of things. This is awesome. Like, let's go. You want to know what they do on this Tyreek Hill motion thing? Check this out. They had me covering it in camp. Watch this. So it's nice to have that. It's also nice to have that second team in minicamp right now. Like we are going to have bodies and they're all going to start flying around. They're going to start showcasing their skill set, and we're going to start seeing which are the diamonds in the rough. And I'm not going to lie, Darden is looking like a diamond here, man. Darden is looking good. Trask hit him a couple of times. Yeah, but hey, and I get it. It's after two passes. I get it. We can't take too much right now, but it is nice to see.
Left to practice one day. After that, I couldn't come back, but I mean, I could give it hell for one day.
This is true.
And I'd wait to see what they were going big in Oklahoma, and then I'd come back the next day and melt from all of it. But anyway.
And don't get me wrong, I can give you probably one of the greatest Johnny Manziel performances at quarterback you'll ever see one time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and see with the pads on.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
Johnny Manziel, you can't give me a great Johnny Manziel performance. You can show me some Mike Evans highlights.
You can look at some Texas A&M film, and he was good. But
I mean, that's why I said Mike Evans highlights.
Yeah, the Mike Evans highlights, which is true. Yeah, but I mean the scrambles. That's what I also do too. I do my first check and my second check, and if they ain't open, I'm running. That's just me.
Coward.
I'm not a quarterback. Alex knows this. I've even said that before too. If he was the guy, because I played edge, I was defensive end and stuff like that, and I was a little bit beefier, if you can believe it, and my little water pistols here. But
Ray Kennedy would be ashamed.
If I actually grew up with Alex, or if we had a chance to actually compete against each other for a little bit when I was actually trying to get into football professionally, it would have been nice because this guy does not move. Like, he is a center that quarterbacks would absolutely adore to have had, like, growing up. Like, Alex is a brick blank house, man. Like, he does not move.
Can you
and that's why I only get 2 strikes too, man. You think the boss is gonna let me get off the hook with my own rules? No. What do you think I am, Trudeau? Come on, man. I'm not just gonna doesn't work like that. But yeah, so I get it, Matt. I do get it. It is only the first couple of days and stuff like that. But for a lot of those fans out there, you know, because we'd hit the 1 million followers mark for the Buccaneers on Twitter. That's a big thing. We're starting to get up there in the social medias and start trolling the big guys, which is awesome. But a lot of our fans and the new fans and the young fans, they didn't know who this Darden guy was. It's like, why are we giving up picks for a guy we didn't even talk about? Joshua Cole-Allen didn't really talk about this guy, and now all of a sudden we drafted for him, and this doesn't seem right. Yeah, we've seen a lot of that, and we've heard a lot of that. And frankly, I understand. It's training camp. It's mini camp, sorry. But it's good to see what the investments are right now. I mean, heck, Percy Harvin, for example, looked like crap in a few of his mini camps and stuff like that, and people thought he was going to get cut like the 3rd, 4th day and stuff like that. It's because
Percy who?
Percy Harvin.
Okay.
Because
Percy
he was
Pringle. Wasn't it Percy Pringle in the WWE?
Was it?
Yeah, Percy Pringle is the manager, that weird looking guy.
Hey, listen, I'm far touched with the WWE. My era that I lived and loved of the Stone Cold and the Rock days was over, and Cena did pretty good, but then after that, I'm done. So,
well, I agree with that.
Yeah,
but no, back in my day, back when I had hair, we.
Have you looked at your face lately? You still got hair, bud.
Huh?
Yeah, you're getting up there. You're getting up there with me, Matt. Except yours is
everything that's on top is coming out my chin now. So I'm just gonna roll with that. I'm going full Billy Gibbons here. At some point, I'm gonna be right down to the belt line with it.
You're gonna be like a redneck Gandalf, and I love it,
dude. I'm white. I could put in a little more bleach and white it right out. You know, I got the oak stick for my kid. I keep swinging at him, but he doesn't listen.
Anyways, now that we're doing like Adrian Peterson jokes here. No, I'm just kidding.
What were we talking about? Training camp?
We were talking about mini camps, yeah. Rookie camp, sorry.
What were
Basically,
we talking about it?
just basically like, just throwing a couple of things
Let it
out there
happen.
about the fans and stuff like that, how they reacted, basically how a lot of these kids on there too are still saying Kyle Trask is trash because he threw a couple of picks and his, throws aren't.
He was not
I
a
hope-
Heisman Trophy.
Listen.
winning
I
number one
hope
draft pick.
he throws picks. I hope Brady throws picks. That's our defense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's what I've said before too. It's Todd Bowles' defense. Everyone it's Bruce Arians' coaching that it's his game plan, and then he's got Leftwich controlling one side essentially with Christensen and everybody else, but it's Bowles and company on the other side and stuff like that. That's their own chess game that they're doing, and that's why they got this whole beautiful defensive system and setup going on. And personally, I love it, and that's the biggest thing, Johnny. Is thank you. And it's my old boss
You gotta
Thor.
remember-
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No, so he is throwing picks in minicamp.
Speak up, Steven.
He is throwing picks in minicamp, right? But it's not like he's throwing those picks against our starters. He's throwing against other guys in the minicamp. So
I have no idea what he's saying, man. He's doing that robot thing again.
He said that he's throwing picks in minicamp against our rookie defense instead of our starters.
Yep.
So
Baby
you can play the game that it's our defense is doing the damage and causing them to throw interceptions, but it's not our defense. It's our defense maybes down the road.
Yep.
And special teamers.
And it's our offensive maybes down the road, which equals out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I don't think you should put any pressure on Trask. I don't know why they're making
No.
such a big
I don't
thing
either.
on it.
Go ahead.
Everybody knew when they drafted him in the second round that he was the 6th or 7th quarterback taken, right?
Yeah.
So he's not the cream of the crop. However, he's got a Harvard education waiting for him if he just pays attention for the next 20 games. And that's where his benefit comes from.
Yeah. Good night,
Yeah.
Teresa.
Hi, Teresa. Alex, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I was just going to say, you didn't draft him to play now, next year. You drafted him to play 3, 4, 5 years down the road whenever Brady decides to call it quits.
Yeah.
So he's throwing picks, throwing touchdowns, cool, whatever. He's not going to see the field for 5 years. Be patient with him. Let him grow. Let him learn the game. And then when it's time for him to come in, I'm sure he'll be just fine.
And the other side of it too is, and I should have done my homework a little bit better for this point. I actually want to make it like an article about this, maybe like research a little bit. But there is a difference between drafting a quarterback, throwing him right in, and him being great and making wide receivers great. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, this, that, and everything else.
Peyton Manning sucked when he first got drafted.
Yeah,
and we know.
We
know. And then there's, throwing quarterbacks in and they whatever. But then on the other side of it, there's teams that develop quarterbacks that sit on the bench for a year or two and stuff like that. And everybody forgets the wide receivers or the tight ends or the running backs that they're practicing with and stuff like that. If they actually make the roster, the comfortability that they're going to have the first few games and even maybe the first season are probably going to be that person if they're on the field. Now, when Winston was on our team, there was a receiver that kept making the cut every year, and I cannot remember his name, but he was familiar with Winston because he had that training camp stuff all the time. I know Johnny's going to – sorry, say that again, Mike?
Bobo Wilson.
Yeah.
Bobo Wilson, thank you. Or Bobo, yes.
Bobo.
And that's what I mean is like Kyle Trask, with this Darden thing. Like for me personally, where's my thing? North Sports Dynasty.
There
Personally,
you go.
Thank you, Alex. I want them to actually go and keep up with this beautiful, I'm going to find out when he does this little twitch. I'm going to find out when he's actually faking on these routes and stuff like that. Because then when Brady's done and gone and stuff like that, and say we have to lose one of our big two wide receivers, say we lose a lot of these veterans anyway, Tyler Johnson, Darden, Scotty Miller, all those guys and the comfortability that they have with Kyle Trask is going to be beneficial to our success going down the road.
Yeah,
so
Evans
obviously
won't be here in 3 or 4 years.
See that. I actually think it'd be more. and this is just me. I never want to trade anybody when we start winning championships, and I'm not saying I want to trade anybody right now. It's not what I'm saying. But
Howard.
No. I actually do enjoy the way that the Bucs are keeping everybody in house and stuff like that. Until it actually is not working, that's when they're gonna take it away. Whereas some teams win a championship and then they go, all right, let's get this new GM in here. Let's start it over. Let's win this brand new thing. And it's like, no. In this case, I do think, OJ's only here for a bit and then he's probably gone due to free agency. I think after this year, we're probably going to franchise Godwin, and he's probably going to be the one that gets traded out, or eventually he will be gone. He won't be given the extension. That's just me personally speaking. I don't know anything deep down. I think that Evans has kind of shown the franchise. He's got this Larry Fitzgerald type of caliber, the Marvin Harrison type caliber. He wants to remain with this team, and he is willing to give these pay cuts, which we've seen, and they've came out of nowhere. I mean, last year around, I'd probably say about this time, we're all laughing. We're like, oh, God, how are we going to afford all these guys who want to come in now? And Brait took the pay cut, and we were like, okay, but that's only going to get us so far. And then it was maybe a month after that, it was like Mike Evans takes a pay cut, and everybody goes, oh, this is serious, because he took the pay cut, right?
Yeah.
He's one of the leaders. He's one of the captains. And Larry Fitzgerald was the same. And I'm just going to use him. I don't want to throw too many other people in that category and, miss my point here.
Donovan Smith took an extension too. So,
yep. And, it's one of those things where I think Evans is probably going to remain here. This is one reason why he's probably going to be up on the show almost every time. 13 is just a lucky number in our house.
Will Trask and Darden see any preseason games this year?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Not Trask.
Here's the thing, though. Maybe the first one. Would go to like Trask and Griffin, whereas I think the second one would probably go to Gabbert and Griffin, and you obviously keep Trask maybe there for like a play or two. We've seen teams use 4 quarterbacks in a preseason game, but most often it's usually 2 or 3.
Well, hey, there's been a lot of talk about there's not going to be any vets playing in preseason this year.
Are we talking just for Bucs or just around?
There's going to have to be some vets because they don't have enough players to fill a roster for preseason. But none of your stars are going to be playing.
No.
And that's not just with the Bucs. That's pretty much across the board, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that when we've won a championship and we know what we have and this, that, and everything else. Totally okay with it. I got no issues with that. What I would have an issue with is if we lost, say, against the Chiefs, but we didn't, and some of the big names that we've acquired before, like JPP or Shaq or Levante and even Brady and stuff like that, we're like, nah, I'm just not showing up. But we don't have that mentality here anymore. And I don't think we're going to even have that mentality if we lost. I think that, like I've said on the other show before, I think this franchise is going through a massive cultural upgrade. Really. I don't think we're going to have this mentality that we kind of had the last few years before the championship and before Brady got here, where it's like, we're going to the retirement city and we're going to make some money and we're going to have some fun and maybe win some football games and, go Bucs go and stuff like that. No. You want to come play in the sun? You're coming to play for a championship team now in the sun. That's the way it goes. Miami don't got this culture. Jacksonville don't got this culture. You want to earn your money. How do you want money or do you want rings? Do you want legacy or do you want cash? That's basically what the Buccaneers are offering players right now. And to some people, to some younger players, say like Jalen Ramsey, for example, you get the best of both. You get one of the biggest new stadiums and stuff like that. You get one of the best lucrative deals, and you get to go to a pretty good team that would have a shot, say, even this year, to win a championship. But you're also in California.
Philosophy in the front office has kind of changed towards that because we were paying people. Remember, we get like 2 or 3 blue chippers or sort of blue chippers like Chris Baker and that kind of stuff, and they would never pan out. They'd come to the press conference and talk about, I'm the big left side of the line, whatever. And
Revis
don't play. But they take that check every Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
I need to answer Tim's question, man. Tim, it would probably be your linemen that would stay in the game. That's where it would be. Your stars like Evans and Brady and those guys, they're going to sit out and give the kids a chance.
Yeah.
That's why they're bringing in depth. That's why we even drafted some of the depth, and people were a little confused. Like, why are we going for a tackle if we're not gonna, replace Donovan Smith right now? And why are we getting more wide receivers? I thought Antonio Brown was almost a guarantee here. Like, everybody just needs to calm down.
I'm just breaking up.
What? Huh?
Are we listening to porn from Steven Glasker?
Oh,
I don't know, but I am gonna mute him there.
He was having a personal conversation.
Yeah, I did have to mute him there. I didn't want any
Yeah.
pin numbers or anything dropping. Steven, just when you are ready, just pop back to like live view and I'll unmute you there, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah, and remember, Steven, whenever you're doing porn, always keep the video on.
Yeah, and seriously, you're asking for my videos, and I didn't even know you do this, man. Like, come on here. Anyways. But again, going back to it, like we've seen it before, whether it be even I'm still trying to remember his name. There was a center way back in the day, I think in the 70s or 80s, who was just happy he even got a chance, and he ended up being one of the greatest centers of all time because he didn't want to lose his starting position, and it's the mentality, right?
Yeah.
We now have that.
Absolutely.
Like we absolutely have that.
What team is it, Andrew?
Oh man, it was on a documentary on one of the ESPN things.
Mike
and they
Webster?
just talked about him quick.
Yeah, Mike Webster.
Was he for the Chiefs?
That might be.
That's a
Mike
Pittsburgh.
Webster might be.
Steelers.
It wasn't Jeff Saturday. I think Webster was always considered a great
Saturday's
player.
if he's talking 70s, that's way too early for Saturday.
Yeah,
Well, he said 80. He went through all the decades there, so I didn't load in on what he said.
I love it actually because a bunch of people in the chat, actually Misador was saying Tony Maybury. That might actually have been the person too. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No worries. You all good there, Steven?
No.
Nope,
I guess
okay.
not.
No,
I
got
will just
you.
say with the preseason thing where Johnny said the offensive and defensive lines, I will say especially the offensive line more from experience. Even if you're bringing back the same 5 guys, every year starting off training camp and all that, you've got to just regain that entire chemistry with all 5 guys. So it's good for them. Play them the first couple drives in that first preseason game, take them out, let the young guys get in, and just progressively more and more. So by the time you hit week 1, you shouldn't have any issues. It should be ready to roll. They know all the calls, know what everyone's doing, and you're rolling from there.
Well, remember, I said that this is going to be league-wide. This isn't just
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And they're going to consider for the starters, the first 3 regular season games are probably going to be like their preseason.
Absolutely, yep.
And to be honest, like I understand that some players don't want to do preseason, and I understand that it generates money, and I understand it's for some of the younger guys to get some playing time and stuff like that. And it seems as if there was a league that really, really had a chance for them to showcase their talents in the offseason. CFL XFL merger.
You get that in every show. Every show. Last night, was it last night?
I think I got it in
slick
there
last
too,
night.
yeah.
You got it in there slick as not last night, man.
Yeah,
Man,
sure.
Johnny, I still remember like the day this happened, like minutes after they announced this might be happening. We were on break and he comes like running to me, like full sprint in the parking lot. And like, did you hear about this? And like, just keeps going off. And he's like, we got to do like this, this, and this. I'm like, okay, there's talks of it happening. Like,
Andrew, all I got to say is 2 broke bums equal a hobo. Okay.
Totally okay with it. Listen,
So
I will somehow, like, if they make this work, I will somehow get hired on by them. I'll literally crawl into the Rock's office. or
You'll
Danny
probably get a
Garcia's.
vice president job somewhere with them.
I would hope so. Here's
all
the
you have
thing.
to show is like every episode of this and like North Sports. Yeah, here you
Yep.
go. Like,
Like literally, I can't. Like I would campaign like outside. Like I got Canadians offended that I wear dresses, for crying out loud. You want me to wear less? I'll wear less. I don't care. Just give me a job, and I'll make sure that I kick.
If you're gonna
butt
wear
doing
a
it.
dress, shave the goddamn legs, okay?
Well, that's 2 big ones.
That's 2.
That's 2 big ones.
That's not 2. That's,
Fire him.
That's
God
2
damn.
big ones. The first one and now that.
What did he say?
He said GD with the big
I
G.
swear.
Yes, you did.
GD? Gosh darn it!
Yeah, not
yeah, well, yeah.
Oh no!
I was like,
Listen. No politics, no religion, no nothing. Anyway, if you need me to shave my legs, but when I put a dress on, fine, that's fine.
Wow,
but
I'm getting a whole new image of you tonight, and it's really not happy. I'm getting the image that you sing "I'm a lumberjack" and I'm okay.
Man in
Popped
tights.
in my head now.
Yeah, you're starting
to bounce up behind you.
Yeah, you're probably thinking I'm a different type of lumberjack now with this beard. You're probably like, oh, I'm gonna go cut down this tree. Oh no. Like, I get it. No. Listen. I am one of the weirdest sons of a guns that you will ever understand. If they still allowed jesters to be like a job and stuff like that, I would. If I could just stand on a corner or somewhere and just entertain the masses every single day and just make enough money to live, I would do it. And I wouldn't even charge that much. If I could literally make people laugh, and that would be my payment, because I would do another job in order to keep doing what I do. And that's,
They have that job. It's called stand-up, dude.
It's called YouTube.
but here's the thing. The issue I have, and Robin Williams, God bless his soul, may he rest in peace, right? Robin Williams, one of the leading contributing factors to what happened to Robin Williams and stuff like that is because he no longer was in control of his life and the prices of his tickets and this, that, and everything else and blah, 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 blah. That's one of the reasons why after certain shows of his own, he would just take a hat and he would drop it in the streets and he would just do a set, because people could never afford to go see his stand-up after a certain time. And honestly, that's the kind of stuff that inspired me when I grew up. It's just, I kid you not, I've had people at parties just go to hand me $5 and I'm like, what are you doing? Are you not the entertainment for this party? And I'm like, sure.
So you'd be like Jimmy Buffett out in Key West, man, right?
Jimmy Buffett plays
if you go
on
to
the beach all the time.
Yeah, Jimmy's out there on Grand Street just playing on the sidewalk.
Okay,
dude.
yes. Sorry, I've literally, my mind went to someone else who I thought, the name sounded like someone else who I thought was on Epstein's plane. So we're just gonna get away from that. That's why I was so confused for a second.
That's Warren Buffett, you moron Canadian.
Not Warren Buffett.
But yes, no, to your point, yes, no, that is the type of thing that I would do. Like, and Alex knows this very well. He's been around me and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I hate to say it like this.
Let's clarify that you're talking about the street performer.
Yes, the street performer. Because Alex,
the street walker, right?
No. Alex can contest to this. When the Raptors won the championship, I was the reason that a helicopter flew over the Northlands Coliseum to get a picture of what was going on. I started a riot, my friends. I was like, why is there no horns going off? Why is there no massive celebration? Do you not realize that Canada's basketball team just won a championship? Shirts off and celebrate, everyone. And oh my God, I got that thing going.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was fun.
That's kind of crazy.
It was hard for me to get.
Serious?
What's that?
Did that really happen, or are you just making that up in a
Nope.
No, it actually happened. That's
crazy.
They actually threw, like, when the helicopter went over and stuff like that, at one of the news, it wasn't Edmonton news or anything like that, but it was one of the news that was breaking around Canada, was taking snippets from all across the Canada of places celebrating. Like, Winnipeg actually was pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. That was it, Churchill Square or whatever it is downtown in Winnipeg.
The Forks.
Yeah, that thing was bumping. That was awesome. And then where I was and stuff like that, they actually had like a little clip of the red truck that we all were just kind of bouncing off of. And there's a bunch of music. Oh yeah, it was awesome, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Phrase Crazy Canucks.
Put it this way. When you see some of those crazy fans go crazy for Canada, like when we won in 2010, it's not a shot at the Americans or anything like that. Like when we won on our own soil and stuff like that, I bawled for 2 seconds and I ran out the door of where I was to get on the street and just party with like the masses of people that literally flocked out of their houses and were just bawling. Like we did it. No. And the fact that we got to, again, no shot, but like when we got to beat our American friends, hello, welcome back, Stephen. But when we got to beat our American friends who literally scared us 32 seconds left in that game, we were being cocky and chanting "Ole, ole," and then Zach Parise scores to tie it, and we got so quiet. It was,
yeah.
Woo. So yeah, I am that fan. And to be honest, this is going to sound pretty crazy to you too, Matt. In 2026, when Canada starts and the States and Mexico all host soccer games for the FIFA World Cup, I am going to go nuts and
Well, I'll be
start.
with you on that one.
Buddy.
I played soccer in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
I used to get into punk fights because I was a small soccer player, but the football team were all about like Alex's size, and they would always give me a hard time on the bus about, well, what are you doing playing soccer? Because this was like 1980, 79, 80, whatever. Nobody played soccer except the fact that you were some illegal immigrant that came to America. So
one second, Johnny.
We actually had people moved into Berea, Kentucky, where I was going to high school, from south of the border, and given jobs so that they'd have their kids on the high school soccer team. I don't know how that happened, but that's how it happened. But anyway, what I'm saying is, in a soccer practice, you'll run 3 miles back and forth up the field without football players get them. I know it's hard work to take 300 pounds and push another guy 300 pounds around.
I got it.
But you get to sit down for a minute. As a starter in a soccer game, that doesn't happen. And those people have some endurance that is just crazy. Mm-hmm. And when you get to the World Cup stage or FIFA, that's premium stuff. And it's real. It's unfortunate that Americans don't recognize the sport and see what's actually going on in front of them, because it may only be two goals or whatever, but it's the stuff that goes on between the two scores that makes the game fascinating.
Colluding.
Not only that
goes on in England. That doesn't happen in Canada. It happens in Europe, and it happened. Hell, you could be on Iraq's team and screw up and do an own goal and go home and get shot. I mean, they did that.
I mean, I know. I mean, so Chile had an issue like that too. They take MLS has issue. Yep, MLS has had issues with that as well. So, and
Can
that's
I ask a question, man?
Of course.
I didn't understand a word Matt was just saying. I know he had a great diatribe going there, man, but what the hell was he talking about?
Soccer.
Wow.
We may have lost
serious,
some.
Johnny?
We may have lost some fans there for a second, but we just needed to get a couple of.
Fans. You might have enlightened you might have upgraded this fan base. What is that?
What is
He was
that?
talking about.
Kind of losing you there.
What's soccer? I thought soccer was football.
What?
Football.
Sorry, Steven, you're kind of choppy there, buddy.
For me, he's frozen completely.
I'm gonna have to take you out there for a second, Steven, just until it gets back. I just want
to try to show a soccer field on a football show.
Let's see that sign again, Steven.
There you go.
Nice, Irvine Soccer Field. Very nice, very nice. But it looks like we got not Mike Ray Deshay in here. I had to take Mike out there just for a second. Here we go. I'll mute him just so it doesn't go too crazy, just till he gets back to his car. Anyway, not Mike Ray Deshay, whatever. How you doing tonight?
Good talk.
Not Mike Day Roche.
That's not me, brother.
Are you? All right. Okay.
They're both on screen at the same time, but only one of them speaking, huh?
And only
One of these
moving,
things is not like the other. One of these people are dead.
It's either a Rick or the dude.
Oh,
Okay.
my
money's on the dude.
That's
Did you
okay.
post the link?
I did not in the chat. I'll do that right
Then
now.
this has to be the dude.
Well, you can't just make it say. Listen, it's 2010 or 2020. What year is it? Oh my god.
21.
2021.
Sorry.
I don't know. You guys might be slower over there where you're at.
Can we go back to 2010? No,
It might just be him. It might just be him.
I want to go back to guys. I want to hug people. Okay.
Oh, good Lord. You can do that in America.
Oh,
Yeah, I
one of
know.
the greatest things about
They
this
dropped
is
all
that
the
nobody
mask
comes up
mandates
and
and everything around
touches
here, man.
you.
can go out.
Yep, I agree, Johnny.
Okay.
Get away from me, people.
That's your female.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, that does suck for some of these people who probably like. What the heck is the dude from the Hunchback of Notre Dame? You know, like you graduate high school and stuff like that, and you're finally kicked out to the real world, and you can go dating for a little bit. You're like, I'm free, and then COVID comes in. You're like, dang it. nothing I can do. I'm trapped at home. That's all you can.
Alex, did you think you were coming onto a football show, dude?
I didn't know
Put
what
on
I
a
was
jersey
getting
and
into.
everything. Come on, man.
We do sometimes talk football here.
Alex should be the leader of the cheap seats now because his prices are still down there.
That was a good one.
Well, hold on. This is Detroit that we are talking about here as well. Like,
yeah, that makes it even cheaper.
No.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Right now, it does.
Yeah, economy in Detroit is destroyed, man.
Yeah.
Come on, they got 4 professional teams. They're fine.
Yeah, and all of them suck. What are you talking about?
Not all of them.
Dude, all 4 of them are at like the bottom of their leagues.
I don't want to talk about the Red Wings, okay? Like,
Hey, that one we had our 25 years of greatness. We can have 5 or 6
no,
to rebuild everything.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm sorry. I like success, and I like.
Oh, I love it too, but
damn it,
it comes and goes.
Hey, is that a swear word?
No, just like your GD word. Apparently, it was not to swear either.
Well, hey, the thing about the Red Wings is every young man has to deal with it. Okay.
Every young man.
I think we're talking about a different kind of Red Wings.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the fans here. Listen. Weird.
Oh my. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna say this one time. Okay, if we start crossing major borders, I'm gonna have to make like an actual rated R show that may not be on the Buccaneers network. It would probably be on the North Sports Dynasty network, and I'd probably try to.
I thought North Sports Dynasty was completely rated R anyway.
No, it is rated R. Like it's 18A. Like we do drop some F bombs and some stuff like that, and me and Alex can get into some good rants and stuff like that. But like we still do dance around some certain other subjects.
Yeah,
there's 2021.
There's still some we leave alone.
Yeah, because here in Canada, we got this bill being passed that's like, hey, Ginger, you can't say certain things or we demand money from you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can't tell them how you got red hair.
Too soft.
Oh yeah, and it's funny too because they think like, if they have 10,000 followers, we're just gonna get money off them. It's like, I'll just lock it at 9,999. You get no money off of me.
Andrew,
Yes, sir.
Andrew, I want to apologize for earlier. You heard me making my Kim Kardashian video. I just looked to get famous like she did.
Okay, so 2 things. I understand that you're a smart man, but whatever company you're with doesn't usually ask for PIN numbers before certain acts start going on here. So you should probably reconsider what you're doing right now. Also, number 2, I understand that she has divorced Kanye West, but sir, that is not Kim Kardashian, Stephen.
Kim Kardashian does not have an Adam's apple.
Johnny's got jokes tonight. Nice.
This is where I need.
He must be in full brownie mode. I got you, Johnny.
Full brownie mode.
Oh, Johnny, I'm gonna have to send you some brownies then too, because like I would give you some of our brownies, and then all of a sudden get you on one of these shows, and Johnny would be like, the thing about the Pittsburgh Pirates is, listen, it's not that I hate baseball.
Hey. Dog brain baseball.
He might start talking soccer if you let him have time.
I talked soccer one time with on Rick's show. Remember that, Matt, when he booted me off for saying the Rowdies?
Oh, no. Well, Rowdies were good back in the 70s.
You know what?
That was this year.
Yes, sir.
Andrew, I am curious about, you guys call it soccer there, or do you call it like everybody else around the world calls it except us? You call it football?
No, we call it soccer.
Okay.
I mean,
It's a North American continent thing.
Yeah, here's the thing. It depends on who you're talking to as well. Like if you are talking to a couple of Europeans and stuff like that, you would probably address it as football, right? Like just in conversation. Because you start saying soccer, it would be like if you had a couple of British people talking.
Excuse me, mate.
With
What,
you.
what are you talking about there?
Yeah. What
Oh,
about
will you
this
stop
soccer?
that? Oh my
But
goodness.
the thing would be if you did have it on the opposite side, right? It'd be like having a couple of British people in a conversation with you and you're trying to have a talk about football and they're like, yeah, but this handball that you guys play, like Brady's really good at the handball. And when he throws, and after a while, you're not going to get mad. You're just going to, you're going to want to leave the conversation because you're like, okay, I'm not going to crack him in the face, but I'm also not going to try and correct them. I should just probably leave. That's how they would probably feel if we just kept saying, soccer and soccer.
Wow. You obviously don't know me. I would have done both of those things, crack him in the face and correct him. But hey, thanks for thinking that tonight.
Oh, you Americans just live up. Never mind. No.
Do you guys does Canadians get baseball and cricket mixed up?
No, hell no.
No.
Hell no.
They have a bat and a ball, and that's where cricket and baseball
That's
go
like
their separate ways.
That's like saying Americans would get polo and hockey mixed up, Matt. Like, come on, dude.
No, cricket's pretty big over in Europe, and it's one of the most widely watched sports on international television.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna swear in about 2 seconds.
Why?
Because of this
Boom!
conversation.
Here comes the F-bombs.
He's like this. He's like, oh, you see that? You see that there? That low-hanging fruit? I'm gonna get it.
I'm just gonna snap in about 5 seconds.
You know what else is gonna snap there, Mike?
One more question.
Hey, Mike, hold on. Mike, you know what is gonna snap? We're gonna snap this conversation into the NFL schedule talk that we were planning there, buddy. You see how that goes?
Let's do it.
I'm good. All right, buddy. So we do have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
production meetings are really great, dude.
It's kind of like production meeting with a cat.
Just saying.
What are you going to do? Bring in a can of tuna just to get a paycheck?
Listen. You should talk to Alex sometimes about some of the crap that he hears in the pre.
Oh my god! Again, some of it would probably not be allowed on the show. So.
My StreamYard would be
pre-show production meetings.
my show would be kicked so hard. So I did want to just talk about the schedule quick here. The Buccaneer schedule did drop, and we did talk about it more on Rick's show. He did come out as well and had a nice other show during the afternoon about it, where he got a little bit more in depth. We got the 18 weeks. We got our week 9 bye. It looks like an easy schedule, but obviously what looks easy may not ever be exactly what it seems to be. I mean,
I got a reference point for that.
What's that, my friend?
The dumbass Cowboys.
Yeah.
I had to slip mine in there. Everybody else has done it.
You're phrasing, but go on.
We're 0-3 against them in the last few years.
The Cowboys?
There's always that one game that you slip and you lose. I'm thinking that might be it right there.
In the last
we're going to open at home on a Thursday night national television against Dallas, and you think
Thursday night? You just explained the whole reasoning, man.
I mean, you
just explained the whole reasoning.
That's the entire description of Super Bowl hangover.
In the last 14 games against the Cowboys, the Bucs have won 3 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many of those were on the first week on a Thursday on primetime television? Go in the network.
Hey, I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead, Steven.
I'm just.
Let me help you guys. Let me help you guys out a little bit. Someone who's from living in Dallas Fort Worth right now. Okay. Cowboys fans. Well, first of all, if we lost that game, it's not that big a deal as far as we're concerned. But to Dallas fans, I promise you, they're going to be like, oh my God, we're going to the Super Bowl. I promise, it's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. They do it every year.
It's how they are. It's just how they are. However, I don't think we're going to lose the game simply because we brought back everybody. We're going to have more time to get the plays down. Like you heard Rick talk about last night. Brady said himself he was still struggling with the plays halfway through the season. Now that he knows them and everybody's back, it's going to be a much more fluid situation. If we were playing in Dallas, I might be a little concerned, but because we're playing at home, I'm not that worried about it.
So
we have
Really
a better
not worried
away
about it.
schedule.
And I want to give Alex big props.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to give Alex I want to give Alex props real quick because Alex, I'm going to tell you what, you have been a fan of a suck team almost since their inception. So you have no idea what it's like for Dallas fans who are still living on the.
Oh, they screwed us out of a playoff win.
Yeah, exactly. And you have no idea what their mindset is like because they won the Super Bowl 25 years ago and they still think they have a shot.
Yeah.
So luckily you don't live in that world.
Hold on. What else
It's a
does
whole
that
nother-
sound like, though, Steven? What other franchise does that sound like?
New England?
Come on. Oh, Johnny, you know it's there, too. Just say it.
Pittsburgh?
I want somebody else to say it, man. I'm already dogging it right now.
Come on, Alex. What's the biggest franchise we know of fan base that's like, oh, this is our year?
Oh, yeah. The Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Leaf fans are just like Cowboy fans, my friend.
I was trying to think of another football team, and I'm sitting there like,
oh, no, yeah, I meant Leaf fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Leaf fans are like Cowboy fans, are like Yankee fans,
Oh,
are just
yeah.
like Laker fans, guys. They're all the same.
They're all idiots.
Well,
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, for those exact reasons, even Arian said we've proved we can win the championship without winning night games, right?
Yep.
That's saying like he was pulling his hair out last year about those night games and stuff.
Well, the only thing that really matters is how you show up once you get to the playoffs. Because the Bucs
Exactly.
are good
The
enough,
last
they're gonna
8
walk right
games
into
are the
playoffs.
most crucial games of the season.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's why,
Yep.
you could if you want to know exactly what I think is going to happen to the Buccaneers next season, you tune in to my show or our show. Sorry, Alex. I didn't realize that for a second, I forgot you were here for a second too. For our show at North Sports Dynasty, where I'm going to be talking about the Bucs and this upcoming season. And then Alex is going to be talking about the Lions and our predictions about the upcoming season, like the way too early season predictions. But yeah, we are going to talk about it. We're going to give our predictions of what the teams are as well. But this Buccaneers team, someone on the other show, I think it was on Rick's show, said, the Bucs need to, they have to win a couple of these, or they have to lose a couple of these games. It's like, I mean, they don't have to lose a couple of these games.
I agree. I think you do.
You do. If you don't,
it takes the pressure off of that undefeated season. It sure does.
On the last game, the pressure's there, and you're adding more weight to your problems.
Look at the Steelers last year.
Lose 1 or 2 games, even if they're inconsequential. If we gave up one to Carolina, which I think we're going to, and nothing else, we went 16-1.
Mm-hmm. Carolina doesn't have.
We realize that we can lose, and that
you don't have to convince me about the Carolina coaching staff. I'm sorry, but somebody who don't feel that red zone practice is important, get out of here. Just walk away, man.
That's going to be hard to come. That's going to be hard for the Panthers coaching staff to swallow, is that little bit getting out by Teddy Bridgewater there.
And then him admitting it. Then him coming out and admitting it. Yeah, he don't feel like it's that important.
Yeah, you either deflect the question or you completely deny it. Like, you don't just, we said that. Like,
right.
Yep. That being said.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, that was
maybe why. I'm on a different side of this, guys. I don't believe we have to lose a game. I'm not a believer that you have to lose a game. First of all, I understand how you feel. I'm not saying I don't understand it. The mentality of, well, if we lose a game, it releases all this pressure. I think there's a couple of things that make it different. First of all, you have a player on the team who was on a team for the season and desperately would like to make that team this team because he believes that he can get it done. And his belief can carry you through. So when he was asked about that, in fact, how did you guys do that season where they went 16-0? He said, we just treated every game like game one. We didn't count. We didn't stack records. We're going to treat every game like this is our first game. This is our first game. This is our first game. And mentally, they just went through that exercise. Secondly, I think it's time for Miami and those freaking bottle poppers in Miami from the 72 Dolphins to finally stop popping bottles. And I would love to see Tampa that closes the door on that.
I don't think anybody wouldn't want to see that. I don't think anybody wouldn't want to see. I want to see that. But
No,
what I'm saying is every year, every single year, we've lost to teams we weren't supposed to every year.
Yep.
Every team, including the Patriots, would go into Miami for first couple of games of the season and get their butts kicked. Okay.
Yeah.
This happens, man. This happens all the time.
See, hold on.
Who
Check
beat
this out. Check this out.
Chicago?
Hold on, Matt. You actually made a really good point here. See, that's probably going to be a close game, win or lose. To the one above here, the Rams game is going to be the one I don't feel good about. Here's what a lot of fans keep forgetting. Okay, let's just throw a hypothetical out there. We could say that the Buccaneers are going to go undefeated, right? Who did we lose there for a second? Was that Mike? Okay.
Yeah, he's over in the corner.
I don't know, but I feel like Matt should get on camera here, so I'm not the only American here.
I'm in the dark, man. I don't have any lights in the spot that I'm at right now, and I'm not going to relocate.
Pay your damn electric bill, Matt.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
There you go.
Here's the thing. We got. Yeah, there we go. There's a lot of people who think like, if we say that the Bucs are going to win, right, like 17-0 or whatever, right? And that's not necessarily what we're saying. We're just saying that if they did go 17-0, some of those games are going to be 1-point games. Some of those games are going to be 17-point games. Some of them may even be 37-point games. But a lot of them, and there's a reason why, and if I can pull it up here really quickly, I will. But there's a reason why that a lot of these players and stuff like that don't want it. There we go. Don't want to go too crazy. I'll just put that right there. Okay. It's hard to see too much.
Yeah, I can see that really well. Pull yourself up on big screen so we can see it.
Actually, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Boom, boom. Okay. You go right here. Okay. This is my prediction for next season. So you got a quick little look and stuff like that. And then you can kind of tell which is the prediction of what I think is
We're going to lose out of the
You think you're going to lose to New England?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I do. Now, here's the
You
thing.
should have held that one back, man.
Here's the thing. Oh,
We can make a show on that one.
listen,
I'm calling you out on that on Saturday.
that's totally fine. I got hell. Hey, Johnny knows this. I got torched last year when I said the Bucs were going to lose week 1 to the Saints. I got torched for that one. And people were like, you got to have.
I didn't torch you.
Not you.
I was with you, bud.
No, I know. But there was a few people who were like, you got to have a better mentality than that going into week 1. I'm like, y'all got to have a better mentality than that going into week 1. Like,
You got to be realistic.
yeah, like let's lose week 1 and win out from here kind of thing. Or, lose out these games of a person, like have a fan base like they did. Screw the Saints. Have them be all like, oh, we're going to get the Bucs in the playoffs and they ain't going to go through us. And then we go and play them in their little Superdome or Mercedes Dome. What is their dome?
What are you talking about?
No, it's not Megatron.
It's a Superdome.
It's a Superdome? Okay, sorry. Then you go to the Superdome and stuff like that. Oh, we're going to beat them in front of our homes and our fans and stuff like that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Okay? You lost. You lost to us. And that's just what happens. Okay? And every year, again, like what Johnny was saying, we lose to teams. Okay? We lose to teams that we shouldn't. And like I've said before, there's one major game that's going to be on Tom Brady's mind. And I'm not saying Tom Brady's going to crack. I ain't saying anything like that. But it is going to be difficult going back to his home because that's like when Michael Jordan went to the Wizards and stuff like that and saying that, when he comes back to Chicago, it's not home.
Or
it's
Peyton
his
going
home.
back to Indy.
Thank you. It's his home. It's their home. Okay. He's going back home. That's what he built. That being said, it's a different mentality that if he throws a mentality, it's just another game. Props to you. But also at the same time, me and Alex, we do our show and look at the other intangibles of what they've invested in. There's like $160 million There's $160 million of free agency, but $90 million of that are edge rushers. Yes, Johnny.
Andrew, you're convincing me more and more that Brady's going to win.
Yeah.
I think it's close.
I think one of the games before that we might lose because Brady is going to be focused on Patriots.
See, I have you guys going 13-4.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Right around there, it's going to be like Washington's a really hard game because that defense. The Rams are a tough game.
Yep.
And then a slip up or two against.
I'm going to tell you what. Right now, this season is the season to go undefeated because next season it's the AFC North.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's the thing, though.
Right.
Don't take the whole picture I showed completely out of context. Those colors that you guys saw. Okay. The greens are all games that we're supposed to win by like 7 points, and we should win by 7 points. Okay. The other games, the ones that we were in red, even if we won them, they're within 7 points. They're games that we're going to have to grind out. You go back and look at the schedule of games. Some of the games that we played, like I think it was a 35-21 win. I'm trying to remember. I think it may have been against the Packers or someone. And we were, not doing that great during the game. We were not doing that great during the game. And it was at the end of the game that we got those extra points that really put us ahead of it and stuff like that. So sometimes the points don't necessarily mean everything. So again, the Bucs are going to have close games.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I agree with Johnny. Mm-hmm. If there's one game on the schedule, and again, somebody who has seriously followed Tom Brady since he was in Michigan. If there's one game on the schedule he will absolutely refuse to lose, it is the Patriots game. He will refuse. If he has to put the team on his back and will them to win, he will not lose that game.
We're going to see
also
not touchdown. Is he going to duck the ball and run and get knocked down by 7 linebackers?
Well, first of all,
score?
First of all, you guys are forgetting who the Patriots quarterback is. It's Cam Newton.
Right now,
it's great that they got all kinds of weapons, but you got to have somebody who can throw to them.
They don't even have.
That's how it is.
They don't even have weapons right now. There's no. You've got 2 decent tight ends. You have no certified number 1 receiver. Damian Harris is a good young running back behind that offensive line, but your pass game is not anywhere close to beating the Bucs yet. No, it's not at all close.
Right.
So they're basically still using the same philosophy.
Exactly. And I agree. That's where Alex.
Give him no tools.
Alex is right because
they're not close to Bucs, but they're good enough to play Patriot ball.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steven.
Okay, Johnny, then answer this question for me. Who on the Patriots on their offense, all these guys they paid $150 million for, who on that team should our Bucs defense be afraid of?
That will be the coaching staff there.
No one. Exactly.
And the defense.
There's
and the defense. And wait a minute, Steven, this is for you, sir. By week 4, we don't know who we're going to be seeing because Cam Newton's going to get his first 3 games probably. And in those first 3 games, they might decide, you know what? I think Mac Jones is better. And then your boy will get to go in there and show what he's made of.
Now, before I bring
on another guy,
hold on.
Brady came over.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Before I bring on another guy here, there is a point that I wanted to add on to that. Okay. If you look at the Buccaneers last year playing rookie quarterbacks, or for example, like the Chicago Bears, not necessarily knowing what quarterback you're going to get, right? We didn't necessarily do that well. Most teams have to adjust fairly difficultly. And we did a very, very good job against the Chargers and against the Bears. Even though we lost against the Bears, we still did a very good job against the defense that is very, very good. So giving, that our guest is gone now. Giving that, being said, I understand. Oh, they're back. Here, we'll put him in. Hi, Eric. You're in. We let you in. Don't you worry.
What's up?
Now his eyes are all wide, like, oh crap, he heard me. Crap, here we go. So finishing that point, Eric, before we introduce you to everybody, I get it. Like I get it. My thing is Belichick has weapons and Belichick has tools now. This is something that
ends are going to be dangerous.
Yep, this is stuff that he is like. Brady has had a good team before. This is money buying Mercedes for the whole team, like in New England.
But
so when I look at it,
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Johnny. Go ahead.
My whole point is that Brady's not going to lose with 130 days to prepare for a game.
No, and I was thinking the exact same thing. Obviously, your teams are preparing for week 1, but you know so well that Brady and Belichick are both already thinking, okay, how do we prepare for week 4?
Yeah, he's doing tape on Mac. He's doing tape on Cam Newton. And even if Cam Newton comes out like the old Cam Newton, Brady will be ready for him.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, quickly.
Well, here's the main reason why I don't think. Here's the main reason why I don't think they're going to lose.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go on, Andrew. Sorry, go on.
Okay. My only point quickly here. This is just going to be really joking.
You got to remember. Go on.
I think you're a little. There's a little delay there on your end, Steven. My apologies, but my point only was going to be is maybe Brady is so smart that when the Buccaneers were considering drafting a quarterback, maybe they wanted Mond or maybe they wanted Davis Mills, but maybe Brady kind of walked in and goes, "Hey, I'm going to need you guys to draft Kyle Trask." And they're like, "Oh, that's another decision we were probably going to make, but could you give us a little bit more explanation?" SEC's quarterback. It's the only person that's been close enough to Mac Jones. They throw him in week 4 or when we play him and stuff like that, I'm going to need to know it. Bye. Brady may, and this is like a whole hypothetical. Brady may tick way differently than we think, guys. He may be trying to figure out everything, and this is going to all of your guys.
That's exactly how I think Brady thinks.
Yeah. He may go so deep into this that he's like, no. Kyle Trask is the only quarterback around that's been that close to see what Mac Jones has been able to do in the SEC. I want him around. I want him to start telling me what he's seen, and then I can start being like, "Hey, be like Mac Jones a little bit." And be like, "Oh, you know how Mac Jones
are kind of like each other, man. They do play the same style of football."
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. But for me, it comes down to two things. I think our defense is better than their offense. I don't care who they have. Our defense is better than their offense. That's just and then the other thing is Brady spent 20 years practicing against that defense. Do you think he doesn't have some clues he can give to Todd Bowles?
Oh yeah,
Bruce Arians about how Belichick likes to operate?
Now,
he is not going to lose that game.
No, you're again. Good points. Good points. And to do that on the flip side, right? Belichick is notorious. One sec, Eric. Belichick is notorious for being like looking at a game, seeing a weakness, like an actual weakness, a hole in that game, and just hitting it all game until they actually, like the other team fixes that, right? We've all seen that. I think he's going to do that as well on our defense, whether it's just, it could be anything. It could be Jamel Dean having a bad day. It could be Vita Vea actually getting beat at the line of scrimmage, which I doubt is going to happen. But yeah, I'm just throwing like small little hypotheticals. Once the game starts going, Bill Belichick is one of the best chess masters. Now, the best part is, on his side and ours, is we have coaches that know how to adjust very well. We never really had that before. We're just going to keep letting Winston throw for 5,000 yards and hope that he can do it. And right now we adjust very well. The sad part is the Patriots, again, they spent like, I think it was like $80 million basically in edge rushing and like that defensive line and stuff like that. That right there, we don't have that much tape on yet. So that goes to a little bit of their advantage, but only a little bit because we have that coaching staff behind us. So to all of everyone's points, again, I knew I was going to get it. The second I put that schedule out and everyone's like, "You think we're losing to the Pats?" And like, "Oh yeah, this goes back to that time where I'm like, we take an offensive line at 32.
I would have been worried about the edge rushing at one point, but with Wirfs, Smith, Gronk, and our guards and Jensen in the middle, I'm not worried about edge rushing anymore. It just doesn't bother me that much anymore.
I agree. And we've seen it across the board though, is our edge rushing and stuff like that is the reason why people are starting to get scared, right? People don't want to do it. People don't want to deal with us anymore. So I also just saw that Christopher Cole. I just happened to turn. I wanted to get an update on the game. Florida Panthers are either tough or dirty. It's 4-3 right now. Ooh. So we are going to get to some of the fans because that's one of the biggest things that Bucs Report has ever been founded on. Because as you guys know, I was a fan. Randomly showed up as a suggestion on my Facebook one day. Tuned in, absolutely loved it. Here I am, an opportunity, and they really are regretting it. But you know, it's still got a show for at least another week. So, Micro O'Shea, Tilt back, live Steve. I'm just gonna skip that. No ticket talk. It pisses people off. No, Mike. It only ticks you off. Sun's out. That's right. It was a direct fault on me. Complaining about ticket prices. Yeah, we know. Because it sees the light. Try to make it as entertaining as I can. Pound that share button. Like and share, everybody. Don't be shy. That's right.
Comment. Speak up, people.
Also, in the comment section, I want everybody to tell me what your prediction is for the Bucs. Where do you think they're going to go? And I'll get everybody's here once I get to some of the fans. But think about it, because I already got mine. You already know what mine is. I say 14-3, and I say my 3 losses are coming from the Saints, and the Patriots
Matt
and the
Coulson's
Washington
including
football team.
the playoffs in his.
What's that?
Matt Coulson, he's including the playoffs.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I got the playoffs set up in mine too. I got everything.
Yeah,
It's a full season.
Yep.
Going 20 games, baby.
yeah, Lions.
That
have
one,
I
very
will
few
tell you
fans. Very
something.
few fans.
I would be ecstatic if the Lions won that division this year. That would be great. That would be almost
They got
like watching the
Matt
Bucs
Stafford.
win.
Oh my god.
If they win this year without Matthew Stafford, then there's something just wrong in the universe because that guy.
Well, that just means Aaron Rodgers is in Denver or Vegas.
How about
As
Chicago?
soon as that happens, I don't.
Well,
I just want you to beat Chicago for Harry Bird's sake, man.
I also agree, but I was also going to say if Justin Fields isn't exactly what Justin Fields is supposed to be, and they still keep going with Kirk Cousins and they don't throw Kellen Mond into that offense right off the bat, I think that division and obviously Aaron Rodgers being gone, but yeah, you could have that division.
I was like, the only reason the Packers don't win that division is there's no Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
Nobody else is
The
going to
Bears
take it.
are a very well improved team, man. But so are you guys. So.
I think. Oh, I agree with the
Yeah.
Bears one. It's just I think Fields needs a year or two to really get his feet wet before they're a contender.
Yeah, and knock him out before he does, dude. That's all you got to do. Go in there and knock him out before he does.
Your dad tuned in. Nice. You have definitely had brisket. Your dad's calling you out, dude.
I was like, off the top of my head, I don't think I have, but I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong.
Insulting the family name. Oh my God! Get him, Jason.
Why am I dressed like Canadian Macho Man? Are we talking about the wrestler? Because
I think brother, when you had the hat and the sunglasses on.
Where are they? Hold on, let me do this. Where's this properly? I don't even know where I threw them.
He needs the vest. He's a little bit underdressed right now.
Yep.
I don't even know where I threw those guys. But if Macho Man, didn't have his sunglasses on, he'd be like, "I absolutely love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, brother. I mean, you guys don't really know what it takes to be a champion. I lifted Hulk Hogan over my head, and lines of people waiting to get the signatures from Macho Man Randy Savage.
And he snorted them all up.
Snorted all those lines." Anyway. Why does De Rocher look like the age version of the guy from Prod? Oh, dear God.
Wait. Keith Larson actually watches Prodigy?
No way.
Breaking news.
Who's Keith Larson?
Who said that?
Who's
What?
Keith Larson?
Went to talk sports
he's
and a
kinda like,
cheap comedy
you see that
show.
thing that says Bucs report? You can put Keith Larson undersign that.
Yeah, it's like
Matt, I was kidding, Matt.
I just cleared it up.
we have to get it cleared, buddy. Unscripted for your entertainment. This is basically how my life has been.
Absolutely.
This is how I got my fiance. I just entertained her at parties, and then when she became single, she called me because I'm awesome. Canadians have wrestlers. I was gonna make a bad joke, but we do have one of the Hearts.
Are the ones alive?
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's the one I didn't want to touch.
Well, I was
Thank you very much.
like, are you going for Owen or Benoit? Which
What's
one
that?
are you going for there?
Hold on. What's that, Eric? You taking off, Eric?
Two-part question.
Oh, okay. What you got?
Oh God!
All right.
Is there math?
You got to
Is there
make
gonna
it
be
quick,
math?
though. We got to get through these
All
fan
right. If the
comments here.
Bucs don't win the Super Bowl this year, does Brady retire? If we win it, does he retire?
No, and no.
Yeah. If you're asking
No?
me, I do say no and no. I think he would.
I agree.
He's got 3 years.
No, I'm
He's got
asking
3 years.
Johnny and
No.
and Matt and everybody else.
Oh,
Dude, he's
Canadians
gonna
don't
go
count
for
this.
He wants to get the double for the first time in forever, and then he wants to be a three-peat, and then he's going to want to go 2 more years to be 49.
I have a question.
I don't
He's
know
old
about
enough to
that.
be the oldest player in the NFL.
He will not retire.
He won't
And
retire.
I want to pose.
They'll carry his ass
No,
off
he
on
won't
a stretcher.
retire.
Draft will start.
I have a question. I want to.
Yes, Steven, go right ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just wondering, why does Eric look like he's in a bad horror movie?
Oh, come on, Steven.
He's waiting on the campers to show up.
Why don't we go in the running
Camera
car?
gets turned off.
Crazy?
Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Oh,
I didn't even know what to
Johnny's
say. He
right
didn't
off
even want
camera.
my opinion on it. So,
Man, you ran him off. He had to go off screen.
Alex didn't say a word.
I love you guys way too much. Bruce from Dildo.
Oh.
So Alex, I think if we ever make a treasure hunt for our American miscreants whenever they come up to Canada, one of them, like the bonus question or bonus thing that you have to do is try to find somebody who was born in Dildo.
Oh
My neighbor's
God.
got a boat. I'll put it out in Erie real quick, and we'll meet out there.
What?
Oh dear God! I was reading he was on a great roll. Pound that share button again. Oh Canada! Don't sing Oh Canada because people still screw it up all the time.
He really wanted to leave after that.
Oh no, he's still here. That was Steven. Steven had to take off.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Christopher Cole, thank you for tuning in. If we don't know the words, can we just make them up? I mean,
Please,
So-
yes.
so,
Let's have karaoke with everybody making up words to Canada.
listen, actually, oh, that would go over so well.
But the dude has to be involved in that one.
You know, they would take like a line from Our Lady Peace and Tragically Hip and Billy Talent and just be like, I got it, right? We're fine? We're good? No? Watching the Lightning hockey. Yeah, I think everybody is. Did they tie it up yet? Or?
You're in the first half hour of the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually watching NFL Fantasy Live. What are you guys talking about? Hockey.
Hockey. You can talk about
Hockey.
what's that, Eric?
Oh,
Oh, you got a weird echo on your phone there, buddy.
Are
Teresa,
you
thank for
literally in a
tuning
box,
tonight.
dude?
Yeah. Don't West at 3 picks too. I mean, yeah, that's true. Three picks. Yeah. Russell Wilson was great right out of college. True.
how
True.
many Super Bowls does he have?
One, he's got 2 Super Bowl appearances, and you know took the Seattle Seahawks to
They
Hey,
have
Mahomes.
2 wins, but they gave
yeah,
Exactly the same as Mahomes. He
Yep.
has the same career path Mahomes had.
same amount as Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer's got the same amount.
I'm talking about the career path. Mahomes and Russell Wilson are
Yeah, he's
on the
looking
exact
eerily
same
similar.
trajectory.
It's looking
Yep.
eerily
Does
similar.
Mahomes handle any conversation that he ends? He always says, "Go Chiefs." Does that happen with
Give
him? or
it
is
give
that
it about
just
5 years.
Russell
Give it
Wilson?
about 5 years.
Yeah, wait, give it about 5 years, and wait till the money starts
and then once
kicking
you
in.
get established doing that, turn around and say, "I want to get out of here." Trade me.
Go away, Seahawks.
Yeah. No, at that time it'll be like Go Bucks or something like that. So, what's up, Eric?
Bucks Chiefs Super Bowl rematch.
You went out on a limb there. You went way
That's a
out
big
on a
limb because the Chiefs have a lot of competition now. It ain't
Yeah.
like it was before, man.
No, the Bucks probably got
the
to say it
offensive line,
easier.
I mean, they got
Yeah, well, everybody in the AFC seems to have increased their firepower this year too.
Yep.
Especially in that division.
Though the Chiefs' offensive
Yeah,
line
that
did get
division's
better. I'll
a
give them that.
gauntlet this year, especially if the Broncos do go out and get Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Yeah, if they get Aaron
when they
Rodgers,
get
I'm
Aaron
putting them instantly at the top of that division.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay. Write that down. Somebody put that on the
they just
board.
signed 2 quarterbacks.
Hey,
Blake
write that on the
Bortles
board,
and
man.
some other
Rodgers
quarterback.
stays.
I don't have to. I've already got written on my board.
He ain't
Tim
going
Witherspoon said Godwin is a loyal player. Said he'd take a pay cut to stay here. True, but I mean, if he would have, he should have taken like a long-term contract. Therefore, he
Yeah,
could have
I was
gotten a
gonna
little
say,
bit more money.
Why is he on a franchise tag then?
Yeah, so there is still intangible. There's still things that probably got to get worked out. I mean, look how long it took. I just had his name. Went right behind Winston in the draft. Not Tua.
Mariota.
Mariota.
Mariota had that thing on his contract where he's like, I'm a surfer. I have to go surfing and stuff like that. And they would not sign it. And we all know how stingy the Chargers can be with all their rookies too. So Misador, I do think we keep both Godwin and Evans. I hope so. I literally just hope we have a wide receiver by committee. I want all the wide receivers. I want them to be able to do everything. I mean, it'd be really cool if you can get what the heck was I think there was like a Des Fitzpatrick. There's a couple of these guys that went undrafted or late round wide receivers that are really, really tall. And I was really hoping that, the Bucs would get one of them because you can start getting them.
I've got to take on the wide receivers, man. I think, honestly, that Tyler Johnson's going to have a breakout year this year, and the matrix is going to be formed.
I do agree. But Matt, can you listen seriously?
That's not me.
I was wondering what was going on.
I slap him around every once in a while. He gets out and starts walking.
Listen, for people who don't understand the inside joke, okay, Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze were actually creating that there, which is a little bit of a recreation of me in that scene of Ghost, which all of you obviously did not watch the rest of. You were paying attention to the other stuff, so you didn't see the completed work, which ended up being that. So, yeah.
Why are we talking about Ghost, man?
Gollum.
Because Gollum, and it's you just have to be there, Johnny. Gosh, for the vast
Did he
majority.
play tight end or did he play wide receiver?
Who's that?
Thinking of
Gollum?
Goose Gollum. He played for Pittsburgh.
We have a team full of stars. Who would sit and who would play? We kind of went over that earlier as well.
O.J. Howard breakout year coming.
You're killing me, man.
Broken bone year.
Breaking. What's he gonna break this year?
Get on the field first.
No hoping for broken bones and no saying broken bones.
O.J. Howard has accumulated one great play,
which was
or actually not even great plays because they didn't end up scores, but one good play per season before he goes out.
Heart rate real stops, and everybody thinks he could have been.
What could he have done? He could have been great. Oh,
he could have been amazing.
It would have been a contender.
K2 could have been great if he didn't like old lady so much.
Oh, my Lord.
Tim Witherspoon says, doesn't preseason also give our starters an extra 3 weeks of practice snaps, depending on which starters you want to have those practice snaps? You don't necessarily need Brady to go in there and stuff like that. I mean, it's obviously not.
Let's go.
It's not the old days and stuff like that either. When a coach would be like, "Hey, it'd be really cool. You see that quarterback out there randomly in."
How do you like the Jags putting Lawrence on a pitch count, and here's Brady, 50,000 years old, throwing whenever he feels like it.
The Jaguars are going to do everything in their power. Like, listen, he's fragile. Okay.
They want some reason, and they want somebody to want to stay in Jacksonville for once. So,
yeah,
what, Eric?
Lightning just tied the game. 7 minutes left in the third.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I just saw it.
There's a football game on.
No, it's the Lightning, buddy. It's playoffs. Save those gosh darn legs. Like Bob Dylan used to play Woodstock Green all the time. Well, I mean, it's Woodstock, man. Come on. I thought Raptors were dinos. What's this basketball stuff? Johnny, come on. I love my Raptors. Later on, Misador, we appreciate you as always for coming in. Everybody's saying bye. It's only one game, but there's a lot of tension and fights between these. Oh, they're the Florida guys, right? Florida is also.
They don't like each other.
The Florida Panthers also have made some trades and some acquisitions this year that make them like a competitor.
Oh, he's talking about the hockey game. I thought he was talking about the Canadian rivalry with you guys.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh gosh, no. No, I'm pretty sure he's talking about that. Obviously, the awesome. What's up, Eric?
He's got his hand up again.
All right, so non-football related. Will Toronto play in Toronto this year if Canada allows them?
No.
Oh, you're killing me, man.
No.
No. Sorry.
We actually covered that.
We covered that on our show. We're upset about it, but we totally understand. We're not going to be too political. Obviously, our government said what our government has said, and we just got to live with it. And when we get open, we'll be able to enjoy it just like we used to. So. This year we'll make it 5 times, Mike, and it's true. We are not losing to the Cowboys, is what people are saying.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be close. Harry said to take that 6.5. I would take the. I would take
the under.
Most likely. most likely.
And that's the thing. Any given Sunday, we know that, right? I
But
mean,
they still don't have any linebackers, man. That's what. But if you don't have linebackers, we'll attack that middle all day long. Man.
they just
Jalen
dropped it.
Favorite,
No, just
and they
kidding.
got that guy from
Yeah, it's a great first game for them to be in, Andrew.
You're talking about Micah Parsons there,
Yeah.
from Penn State, yeah. But he's when me and Alex covered Micah Parsons, we were talking about him as more like a Shaq Barrett type. He could be a linebacker if you want him to be, but he's really good as like a standing edge.
And his coverage skills aren't good
I
right
saw
now.
him more. I saw him more.
Tell him to hold the damn phone.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
I see Mika more as like a safety linebacker hybrid myself.
You mean like
They
the
used
one?
him like that in college, man.
I don't like his coverage skills enough for that.
Hold on.
That's what they.
There's a player that I was infamous here at Bucs Report for saying that we should trade up and get last year. I think it was last year or the year before that when we got when the Cardinals got Isaiah Simmons. I was like,
last year, yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about a
Well,
utility?
Isaiah Simmons is a whole different beast. Mika Parsons is no Simmons, dude.
Yeah, thank you. But no,
Simmons.
I do agree. What is his name? Peppers?
Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, Jabril Peppers. He's kind of got like a look like him as well. Just a hard hit. Like just let him freely roam. You know what I mean? That would be kind of fun.
But I see he's in he might be in his perfect situation because he's friggin' bozo, man. Okay, but
we know that.
And with Dallas, they're just gonna let him go do whatever you want to do, man.
Oh yeah, of course. Have fun. Hey, my hands don't get cramps writing checks.
It won't take him very long in that locker room to say, "Oh, this is all about me." Okay, yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matt, smile so we can see you. Colson, Matt, smile. There it is. Yay. If we're 3-0, I believe we would go 8-0 into the bye. That's okay. Me personally, I and this is just me. I do think we would lose to the Saints in Week 8. I do think Sean Payton would find a way to scrounge up some points late in the game to try and put a damper on that.
You can't make no Saints sense around here, man. People will dog you for that.
I agree. But remember how quiet we were, say, last year before any games were. All the Saints fans were coming hard. They're like, we're going to defeat you. And we were just
fans
quiet.
Do make it hard to hold your tongue and not give them hell. But
this is true. And Alex knows this, too. I've never actually – he's this way, actually, on my screen. There we go.
Yeah.
Alex knows I never really hated
this guy
any
right
team.
Here.
Really hated any team. I've never had a hate for any specific NFL team. Like, the dislike for the Patriots back in the day was just because they kept winning every year. It's like, hey, all right. And like, we're done with this. Now, I despise Saint fans. Like, screw them all. All the fans. Nope. All of them. We had one at work. They don't work with us no more. They're gone. Bye. Get out of there.
Did you set them up?
Nope.
Yeah, I can't get you to admit that.
Nope. The Brady slam. Christopher undefeated for 16 straight over 2 seasons. That's also something I said. Like, I got no issues if they also go 16-1. People would be, oh, Brady didn't get the undefeated season again. I'd be like, yeah, but he's the only quarterback to ever have 2 16-game winning seasons.
Man.
Be an issue for you guys.
The dude and I were talking about something the other night, man.
What's that?
You realize how many times have you heard Brady wants his 10 Super Bowl rings, right?
Yep.
Do you realize if he gets his 10th Super Bowl ring with us, that puts us at 6 Super Bowl wins?
That'd be crazy. That
Ain't
would be absolutely insane.
He doesn't even have 8 yet.
He's gonna.
He got 2 years, and then Trask is going to start in year 3.
Brady single-handedly would take 2 teams from the dumpster to the top.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So the Jags or the Lions, he can take the Lions to the Super Bowl.
What?
Brady could take any team that has.
Whoa, no. Okay,
no. I'm not saying that. He can't take any team to the top.
No. We're talking because Brady knew when Brady was a free agent, the teams that he was considering going to were like San Francisco, Miami was even tossed around in there. Tennessee was tossed in there.
Yeah, Vrabel.
Yeah,
Vrabel.
Broncos were tossed in there. Those 5 teams right now, if they had, say, like an Aaron Rodgers or a Deshaun Watson, I don't want no part of those teams. I don't want no part of those teams.
Aaron Rodgers, stay out of New Orleans.
That also is why he would just keep trying to pass it to Michael Thomas way too many times. I think they would have to get another one in there just to even compete. But you're not wrong. We're all thinking around the same thing here. Brady came to a team, and I've stood by this through and through. Even if we didn't have Gronk, if we didn't have Fournette and stuff like that, I still think we would have found a way to make it work. It obviously just was better to have those elite players that Brady was familiar with, or, like having Fournette amazing back in the playoffs was obviously really beneficial.
Who was that backup wide receiver they were throwing to against us, man? I can't remember his name, but he was kicking our butt, man.
For the Saints there. Yeah. Because all the coverage, once you get all the coverage across, I want to say Callaway or something like that.
Callaway.
Yeah.
Marcus Callaway?
Maybe. I think he's like a first or second year guy there.
It's not Tony Callaway. Oh, dang. He's been bounced around with a couple of teams. He got suspended.
No, this guy I think he was a rookie for them or something. It was a backup rotation role, but he kicked our butts, man. It's a short name. It's not.
I know. I can't remember either. This one though, the great Cam Newton. Yeah, I know. Going back to the comment that I made there earlier and stuff like that. Like Cam Newton has only done so well, so I get it. But he still went to the Super Bowl, and teams that are developed and quarterbacks that can lead teams to the Super Bowl, or at least to consistency, are still quarterbacks that you should, respectively fear. You should respect them when you're trying to play them on a Sunday.
Like, still need someone to throw to, though.
I agree.
Cam didn't bring them by himself. It wasn't like he willed that in there. You had Kuechly in the defense. That was an awesome defense they had at that time. And they had
Josh Norman.
Two really good running backs.
So he was able to run.
Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Right ingredients to get them that far. And they won all those 15 games, and they shouldn't have won them all.
Don't underestimate Patriots defense this year, man. That's going to be that's Bill Belichick's. That is his superpower is the defense.
Those guys are coming back after being out of COVID.
Yeah,
the whole thing popped that out last year.
Except Patrick Chung retired.
Chung, because he had cancer. He was he didn't want to risk it.
And Hightower is the only person that's actually returned, which is I still think that's sad. I don't necessarily want to touch that one, but Florida Panthers. Yeah, we got that earlier there.
He went to the Dolphins, right?
Who's that?
Dante Hightower. Who did he play for last year?
He was out. He was out. He was one of the opt-outs there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
For Patriots.
Matt says 17-3 with all the way to the finals. I like that. Special shout out to the Deck Bar and Grill at Isla Sorna. That's where I'm Isla Sorna. Wait, no, that would be a Jurassic Park island. My apologies. The Deck Bar and Grill at Isla. I am going to Sol. Thank you. I am going to be there, and I'm going to be very, very hammered.
That's Spanish kind of for Island of Sun.
What team besides the Buccaneers, and this is something Alex Loosemore can get into, besides the Buccaneers and the Lions, are you most excited to watch this year?
For me, there's a couple really interesting teams. For me, like I hopped on the Bills before the season, like before last season. I was in on them. I think they could potentially dethrone the Chiefs there and make it to the Super Bowl this year. The Browns are pretty much the same team with a couple extra players. The Rams, I mean, I'm a huge Stafford fan, so I love the Rams getting him with the first-ranked defense from last year. The Niners getting healthy again. Like there's a lot of really, really good football teams in this league.
Are the Ravens going to be making noise this year, or did they miss their win?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they'll be in there. Yeah, I've got them going 13-4.
Man, do you remember back when Metcalf was overlooked in the draft a little bit there, and then once he got drafted, like I know the pro day and stuff like that kind of made him like shine, but like after that, when you started seeing like the camp pictures and stuff like that, you're like, man, Seattle actually may have gotten a steal there and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Baltimore. I've seen a couple of videos, man. Baltimore may have something with that Bateman dude.
Bateman and Tylan Wallace. Look out for Tylan Wallace.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
They addressed the wide receiving core pretty well. And like if Lamar has that extra split second now to get another look at that, either the check down or to Bateman.
He's got check downs now, though.
Yeah.
That's the point. He's got quick check downs instead of these tight ends and stuff.
That's why there's certain teams. Obviously, I love the variety of teams that are out there. Like when you go play the Ravens and stuff like that, you know that if you're covering their wide receivers very well, Lamar's just going to start running it, right? You know that if you're going to go you're probably going to get the same type of stuff with the Arizona Cardinals, but it's going to just literally look like a midget is trying to run away from you. Like, oh God, don't get it. No. Like Kyler's running style is hilarious. Like, and it is fun to see teams like that. Philadelphia is going to do it. There's a couple other teams that are going to run it like that. But then there's a couple of other teams that just have like these gunslinger type quarterbacks, right? Like the Rams with Stafford is going to do a lot of damage.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, and
I'm so excited for that.
And it's because they spent the money now. Like they spent the money now and earlier and stuff like that. Like getting Ramsey in there and getting certain players. Like they weren't afraid to trade picks. And even in the 3rd and 4th and 5th round, they ended up getting real steals. Like they got Tutu Atwell in the 2nd for crying out loud. And that guy, like, just imagine having like another what the heck was his name? It's like a tiny wide receiver that's just gonna like book it right through the slot position, man. Like Tutu is gonna make Stafford's day there. And then there's our team. It's built around the quarterback and the system and the culture and stuff like that. We have that. Buffalo's starting to have that. Like we really we have this beautiful variety, and then we don't know what's going to happen with Jacksonville. Chicago may end up being like with Justin Fields. I honestly think this may be the best looking, like the way that
name every team in the league.
10-7.
Well, I'm just saying like certain types here, like the Chicago Bears, man, maybe like the
I was
Boston
trying to make
Bruins.
a point here with this.
What's your point there, Johnny?
My point is, and you guys have proved it so far.
Yep.
Everybody's sleeping on the Niners.
Yep.
I listed them in.
You did, yes.
Yeah.
The Niners went to the
11
Super Bowl,
players back, dude, and that team is not going to look like last year at all.
No,
and they had a great draft.
Yes, they had a great draft.
Yeah.
Like they know they're going to lose Mostert soon. They know they got basically no running backs. And the one thing that people are starting to do now is like once all the great running backs are starting to come off the board in the draft, you start looking for the ones that haven't touched the ball that much. You all of a sudden look what the Raiders did when they went and grabbed the Alabama running back there.
Jacobs.
Thank you. Jacobs of a couple of years ago. He's not necessarily providing what you would want, say, for dynasty and stuff like that, but he's providing depth and he's providing a really good punch for that team. And that's exactly what Sermon's going to bring to the 49ers as well. He gets to develop. I believe
the Niners and the San Diego Chargers are probably two most improved teams. Are going and their record's going to show it this year.
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Yep. Chargers. I do not want to play the Chargers at all. Not a problem either there, Steven. It's all good. We know that technology sucks. So at least you didn't burn your 2 strikes for cursing. Yeah, I didn't kick him out. Don't worry. But we do have to kick on out of here. Oh, do we have an update? We got 5-4 bolts with a minute left here. That means that my night of bets is going to look absolutely good. The only one that I didn't get was the Vegas Knights one, but that's totally okay. I'm going to have a 4-1 night.
Wait, that is not totally okay. There's 2 teams I follow in hockey, and that's Vegas Knights and the Bolts. Okay. And you just totally dismissed the Vegas Knights. What's wrong with you, man?
I'm only doing that so I don't get hit by my current fiance. She is a diehard Golden Knights
2 American teams living in Canada.
How
do you do that?
Okay.
Before Canada was the motherland for hockey.
Whoa. Okay.
Most American teams are filled with Canadian players.
Yeah, our players are.
I thought they were filled with Russian players.
Russian.
Canadians and Russians, yes.
How do you say that name on that jersey behind you? It looks like it says "That sucks."
That sucks.
It's you. Anyway, no. To honestly answer your question before we wrap this up, this is a nice 2-hour show here, guys. I grew up in Ontario. Alex also grew up in Ontario. His side was a little bit different than my side. My side was it's similar but different. My side was basically you cheer for the Maple Leafs or you cheer for the Canadians, and that is it. And I was like, I'm not cheering for any of these bullcrap organizations. That's no, thank you. And then they were like, okay, we can accept you being a Senators fan. I'm like, again, what is with these crap organizations? So then I was like, well, I want to be. I'm a Red Wings fan here. My mom actually made me a Red Wings fan. The second game I ever watched.
Oh, that could go so many different ways.
My mom sat me down on sat me down. Yeah. My mom sat me down on her lap And that's when the infamous Claude Lemieux game happened, when Red Wings started taking revenge for Claude Lemieux's hit on Chris Draper. And I was scared to even be watching that game. And my mom just pointed and was like, that's the Red Wings. They don't forget. And I was like, okay, I like this. I like this team. And then she was like, you're going to be hated for a long time, but I don't care. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. And I was a Red Wings and I got made fun of it. And then, 25 years straight in the playoffs, 4 Stanley Cups is a little bit more than your Maple Leaf fans ever got.
Yep.
So how much time's left in that game?
It's over. Tampa
It's
Bay has
over.
won.
Just won it.
Bolts,
Game
go
Sunday.
Bolts.
Yeah, and that's a 4-1 night for me. That's money in Daddy's pocket. I need Timmy's coffee in the morning.
I gotta say, Alex, we need more of you on here.
Oh, come on, whenever. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
I told him.
It happens every weekend.
Congrats
whether
on
we
the
like it or
4-1,
not.
Andrew.
Thank you. No, I told Alex that. I wanted to get like one
Much, 10,000.
Okay, I ain't got that much money. Listen, $10,000 Canadian is about $1.23 American. So I don't even.
Damn.
Oh God, Mike's gonna come back on now.
What we got here? So the over and under for Andrew saying and stuff like that through the show is currently at 60.
Oh yes, yes,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
Tim. Thank you, Tim. I've been playing games with my wife about that when we watched the show.
Tim Witherspoon, I appreciate that. Everybody's got their little phrase that they keep saying when they're trying to do the transitions, and I guess everybody has now found mine, and I'm gonna have to print that on the back of my North Sports Dynasty shirts when I get it. And what a game is right. By the highlights that I saw, there was some pretty chippy stuff that was going on there. So congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and congratulations to all of you guys for being here for the second full episode of Live from the Not So Cheap Seats anymore.
This is only the second episode.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
He
we're
almost
gonna
got
do this
fired
all
tonight.
season. Me?
Because of all of us.
Eric
Listen.
Moreno just shut you down, brother.
Listen. If they were, I only got fired one time. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, they
Was it by a
can't.
cat?
Yeah, it was by a cat. No, it wasn't by a cat. No, they won't fire me. I hope they love me a little bit too much. I would think. I'm saving up money. Like I'm literally starting a Kickstarter in order to try and get down to the States and meet all you guys. So I would hope they would want me to stay because when I can do
You've
this
never-
show, go ahead,
I don't
Matt.
As
know
much
where
as
you're
I've
at
counted the
exactly,
rock
but
for
I
you,
don't think
Andrew,
it's
if you
more
got
than
fired,
6
I would be
hours.
very, very, very disappointed.
I mean,
I didn't hear what he said.
So don't let me down again.
sorry, Matt. What did you say?
I don't think you're 6 hours away from me, is what I was saying.
Oh,
All
is that?
roads lead to Oklahoma City. Just know that. Any
Is that what
interstate
it
that
says?
goes east to west is going to come through Oklahoma City some kind of way.
There is
Anywhere in North America.
there's no way we're 6
I could
hours away.
swim to him, dude.
Okay, hold on. Where?
Johnny,
You're a road
you're
trip
in
away, Johnny.
Pennsylvania,
You're
right?
in Pennsylvania. That's not that far.
Hold on. You're
It's
in
right
Oklahoma
across the
City.
lake.
You're in Oklahoma City, right?
More or less.
Johnny,
yeah.
I may be coming to Pittsburgh in November.
All right, for what game? Lions?
Lions Steelers. Well, I'm a Michigan fan too. So that weekend
Oh,
lines
hell.
up. Right now I'm looking at a Thursday night UNC Pitt game.
I've been dying to
Saturday.
talk to a Michigan fan. Let me ask you something. Jim
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
what's Oh
Crazy.
man.
We're gonna
Don't
start
get me
this right
down.
now.
I don't think we have time for me to talk about Jim Harbaugh.
That man
Well,
is a certified nut.
You can come on North Sports and talk about Michigan with Loose-Moore anytime you want, buddy.
Yes.
That would be great.
And
Please
Matt,
Yes.
just to let you know, it's a day and 4 hours for me to get to you.
Damn.
Wow, you really are out of pocket, aren't you?
Man,
28
I am-
hours. 28
I am,
hours.
yeah, I am so far up north, dude. Like I'd have to cross
He's over
so
by
many
Montana,
icebergs to
right?
get to you.
Yeah, yes.
I have to go to if I go to Tampa, I think it's 1,600 miles, which is a day trip or two.
That's
But-
that's about 2,000 kilometers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's but
It's about 32
no,
hours.
if it's more than 20 hours in a car, I'd lose my damn mind.
Hey, I've driven home a few times because I lived on the
All the time.
I've lived on the East Coast there. Not say the East Coast. I lived center, and it took me about a day and a half to get home. So
I've been so many cross country trips. It's pathetic. 20 hours is nothing, dude.
Yeah.
That's Texas.
Yeah, I
Listen.
did Texas. I went from Phoenix to here via Tucson through Dallas and up from the south. And I want to tell you something. Dallas is the worst place in the world to drive. I have never experienced anything close to what that mess was.
Come on,
And that was
Houston
at
is
3 o'clock in the
Houston
morning.
is bad, dude.
Atlanta, Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
Atlanta is the
Atlanta's
worst.
Los
always
Angeles.
bad, but Dallas, there is nothing but construction. Doesn't matter what road you go on.
Sounds
what
like
exit you
Edmonton,
take, what-
Andrew.
Yeah, I was-
Sounds
You
like
gotta try,
Florida.
Matt,
Or
try the
Denver.
DMV one time, man.
The what?
DMV, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia.
I thought you said DMZ, and I'm like, no, I ain't
It's the
driving out there
DMV,
at
as they
all.
call it. It's
Hey,
called the
guys, have a
DMV
good
because
night.
there's a circle right
Have a good
there.
night,
that
Eric.
The entire thing is just one
Yeah.
cluster. Like
That's
I
crazy.
said, you got Ravens and the Washington team they're only 35 miles apart, dude.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know that once you cross the Mississippi, the whole world changes from America. What you have on the east side of the Mississippi is just packed. It's people.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's where we
It's the
started.
congestion around here. Well, it's not so bad here, but in Baltimore, where we
By
moved from
comparison,
Florida to
Johnny,
Baltimore and
rush
Baltimore to
hour
here.
Oklahoma City that they cry about is like,
Yeah,
I don't
but
know,
you
they're
got
on the
you're
board.
look, Matt. Oklahoma's got all the serial killers, dude. It's like they just
We
moved
didn't
from
have
the
that.
East Coast
Where did Bundy come from?
And
Bundy
with
lived
that,
Seattle to Tallahassee. Barry Gain, he was out in Nebraska. All the crazy ones lived somewhere near here. They drove
All right.
through.
all right, enough of the crazy talk, okay?
Well, we
my
don't need to put you out
contract,
there, Andrew.
my contract with Bucs Report says an hour and a half show every Sunday. Okay, all this now is just extras for you guys to complain about serial killers and where they
Oh,
come
my
from.
God.
All right.
I tell you what, I had fun tonight. You guys were a blast. And,
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
well, I'm
This
gonna
was a
book
great
for
show
next
tonight,
weekend.
man. Thank
You
you,
can
Andrew.
catch me on the cheap seats, or you can catch me on What's Cooking in the South. And no, I don't do Facebook. You guys
Did you just
No, I did nothing. He did all that.
Oh.
Yeah, they'd like to leave because they don't like to have their platforms. But yeah. Also, Atlanta is the worst.
Yeah, I saw
Screw
that.
the Falcons. Anyways, thanks for joining me on here tonight, buddy. I will see you at work in the morning.
Yes. See you in a few hours.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. All right, guys. It's just me and you here at the end. This has been a fun one. I love all you guys. This is always a blast. I appreciate having the platform to be able to do this. The fan base, you guys, again, and ladies, of course, you guys are amazing. I appreciate this immensely. We're going to grow this show. We're going to make this show a lot of fun. We're going to start bringing back some of the old segments. We're going to get some stuff rolling. I got some stuff ready for you guys in the summer to keep you guys entertained, because we got not too much to talk about, but we're going to try. And we try to get into some football talk here and there. But of course, you know, with the Miscreants and how crazy the Canadians can be, you know how we can get some nights. But anyways, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again for tuning in to Bucs Report. Shout out again to, if I can find it here quick. I can't. Oh God, there it is. Shout out again to the Deck Bar and Grill at Isla somewhere. I wish I had the rest of them. I apologize. It's not Isla Newbar or Isla Sorna. Those are Jurassic Park Islands, and I apologize for even stating that earlier. Again, you guys are all amazing. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys every Sunday, 6:30. 6:30 my time. That's Mountain Time. 8:30 p.m. your time, which is Eastern Time, for the cheap seats with me, Andrew Faubert. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,